Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. You're not alone. The insurgency has begun. You're listening to chaoticradio.com.
Hello, hello, and welcome to a beautiful disaster this wonderful Tuesday afternoon with Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Kat Monroe, and we have two bands with us, well, a singer of a band, another band with us live in studio. We have Nigel Mogg of The Brutalists.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello, and we have Street Links.
Hey, what's up?
Wait, are they on? There we go.
Check. Hi.
There we go.
Hi, we're Street Links.
So what the fuck? What's everyone doing? Tuesday afternoon.
Party at Chaotic
Tuesday
Radio.
afternoon and you get the Chaotic Radio. How does that happen?
This is a weird day.
Driving through traffic.
Yeah, drive down here. It's great.
You came all the way from fucking Tarzana or somewhere like that, didn't you?
It was Encino. Yeah, it's okay.
that's
It was an
far,
easy
yeah.
drive.
That
There's
makes a
not traffic coming
change.
that way, huh?
Probably sounds easier than from Encino
I
than
don't know
it does
about.
from
I
Orange
don't know about.
County.
I don't know about going home though.
Oh, you're fucked going
Yeah.
out.
See, getting here is bad for me, but going home is not so bad.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have the trouble getting home. I'll probably stop on the way.
So why don't you guys introduce yourself? We'll start with Nigel.
Yeah, hey, Nigel Mogg, lead singer of the Brutalists.
Hey, I'm Ian Lopez, and I'm the lead guitarist for...
You can put that back up if you
Yeah,
want.
you can lift it up.
I would hate to fucking
Yeah.
watch you do that the whole show. Actually, I should have left you doing it because it's live on YouTube and I could have gone, look at this cunt. Did you see what he did the whole fucking show?
Oh, that's
You know?
funny.
Right?
No, I'm sorry, man. I interrupted you and I'll do it again, but away you go.
I'm sure you will.
All right, my name is Ian Lopez. I'm from Street Links.
My name is BB. I play bass and sing for Street Links.
I'm Kyle. I drum in Street Links.
Yeah.
Well,
there we
welcome,
go, yeah.
guys. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
It's a pleasure. It's always a fucking pleasure doing this shit, isn't it, Kat?
Yes, it is. I love
Do you
it.
get paid for this stuff?
Fuck off.
Through
Cost
We
me
get-
a fortune
We
to
get
do
paid
this
with
shit.
love, right?
I like
we
the
get paid with
decor
love.
though. It looks lovely down here.
Oh, it's not. It's a real station. That's
Yeah,
why we
it's
can't
brilliant.
afford to get fucking paid.
Exactly. Yep.
No, we do it because we love doing it. You know, hopefully one day the
Well, that's
station
why
will
I'm
be
here.
a place where it's making money. But right now we break even. We have a laugh. You know.
It's fun.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. If it wasn't for people like you, we wouldn't. I'd have nowhere to go to on a Tuesday afternoon.
I love sharing music with the internet and the radio, though. I really do.
We're
Yeah.
getting to a stage actually. Chaotic Radio has been around for a few years now, and we're getting to a stage where it's starting to be recognised within especially in the punk community. You know, we've changed a lot of shit we do, so you can tune in pretty much during the day now and hear 5 hours of non-stop punk.
Well, I think people always find out where to go when they want to listen to something. If there's nothing available, they're going to go searching for it, right? And they're going to find it.
I don't know any other punk stations that you know. I don't.
Not
So,
right now. Yeah.
are you punk bands?
Kind of. Halfway.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think
I
I brought
like
you. I brought you rock bands today, Dutchie.
I was going to say, if you say
Punk
you're kind of a
influenced rock
punk band,
bands,
that
right?
means
Well-
you're not, right?
We know some punk tunes that we could play.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to hold you to that one, and don't play fucking Ramones either.
No.
Don't start
No.
playing
We-
fucking Blitzkrieg Bop.
We have
No,
the
the look
Dead
on her-
Boys.
Yeah.
Who?
There we go.
Dead Boys.
Dead Boys.
I was gonna say from the look on her face, it's something good. Yeah.
I just
I
got
know real
tickets to
fun.
see the Dead Boys. I've never seen them before.
I saw Cheetah Chrome in February last year. It was pretty fucking cool.
Was it?
But I mean, it's just him, and he's old, and he started playing his own songs from Now, and it's like, oh, this is my life, and I'm old.
Yeah, actually, it's funny.
was.
It's funny. We just the Brutalists just opened for Cheetah Chrome's
That's
band a few months ago. It's pretty good. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, Stiv's not around, so it's a bit pretty.
Well,
pretty
whoever their
tall call.
singer is right now, whoever was singing for them, he did a really good job
Yeah.
at impersonating him.
Yeah, well, impersonating, yeah. But they did a good show. We opened for them, and it was packed out. San Luis Obispo. It was pretty good.
I'm looking forward to it. I would never have bought tickets for them, except for I know
Really?
the girl wants to go.
I love the Dead Boys.
I only know one fucking song.
Yeah, they put on a good show. They were good.
I don't know if I
They
know
were
any
good.
of them, to be honest. I'm not the funk kid in the band.
No, I mean, I'm a punk,
Don't
but...
let the blue hair fool you.
Neither am I, to be honest.
Well, you said you're not a punk band. If you're not a punk band, what are you?
Heavy alternative punk.
That's a lot of words.
I do like your shiny jacket, though. I'll say that.
you.
I want one.
Hard rock
Yep.
is
I
probably
want one of
easiest.
those, and I want a leopard skin fur coat.
There you go.
I have 2 leopard skin. No, 3.
You got your
Don't you
leopard
I have
skin
everything
dress
left.
on
Everything I
tonight.
have
Yeah,
is
I do.
leopard.
You don't need 3, Cat.
I do need 3.
No, Christmas
Yes.
is coming soon.
Nope.
I'll find one. So, anyways, let's go round. We went round the table and introduced ourselves, didn't we?
Yes.
Your bands are from... Well, it's funny because we was talking earlier, right? And you said, were you talking to me around about Christmas time? You were talking to Ryan. Ryan does the Black Lung show. And Ryan was saying, yeah, the dude's from the Choir Boys. And I ran out and I brought that album back, that vinyl back in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why you brought it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the band he's in.
I think
Well,
you told
hold
me.
on. I used to be in. I was in from 84 to 95, and then
That's
from
a long time, though.
That's it there.
I was 2
You're
when I
on
joined.
the
Right?
cover.
He's on the cover of the album. Right?
Yeah.
I'll have to have you sign
I
that.
like that cover,
Sure.
yeah.
You don't look a day older.
Thank you.
No, you look the same.
Fucking
You look
lying
exactly
bastard.
the same.
I was 2 when I joined that.
How
band.
how much fun was that shit?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I got to tell you, we had the full, back in the day when you got record deals and you got money and you made videos and you went on tours. And Sharon Osbourne was our manager, so there's a whole bunch of stories right there.
That's interesting.
Yeah, sure was. Sure was. But a lot of things. I mean, we went for the Stones, we went for Aerosmith, we went for Bon Jovi, we went for... the list goes on, I can't even remember.
And the festivals as well.
Yeah.
Did you play Donington?
We did. We did Castle Donington with Aerosmith, Whitesnake, Poison, Skid
That's
Row.
a
What
lineup.
year? What
Wow.
year was that? 91.
91, yeah.
I
Yeah.
missed it because I fucking came over
I
here
could have
the week
guessed what
before.
year that was because of the bands, because I liked all those bands in 91. All
It
of
was
them.
good. It was good. I mean, that was the biggest crowd I ever played to. That was 77,000 people.
Yeah.
And the next biggest gig I ever did was Bon Jovi, Tokyo, New Year's Eve, Bon Jovi, Skid Row, Choir Boys. That was 55,000 people.
Yeah. But see, the Choir Boys came, I don't know, I would say at the height of the metal, the hair band, Bon Jovi, Guns
Yeah.
N' Roses.
Well, yeah, okay. Back in London, back in the day, in the mid '80s, there was this band called Hanoi Rocks, who were from Finland, and that band really pulled punk and metal together in this hybrid thing, which became the hair band glam rock thing, which gave us bands like my band, the Choir Boys, Dogs D'Amour, even the Almighty, even I don't know, the list goes on of all the bands, Babysitters, all the bands that came out of London around that time.
Where did Thunder come from? Were they from London?
Yeah, they were on the same record label as us.
Yeah.
In fact, their album came out the same year too. So
Fucking great bands.
Yeah, they were
Fucking-
good too.
That was, see, there
It's
was
kinda
no
classic
punk.
rock
There was no
sounding thing.
punk to me at the time. Punk was dead in 91,
Yeah,
89.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know-
That's why I listened to that kind of music at that time, because that was.
Well, I think the main glue to everything was Hanoi Rocks. They came along, and if you look at the Guns N' Roses' first video, you'll see Axl Rose looking just like Mike Monroe with the teased out hair and stuff. That was a whole. Izzy straddling.
We've
with the-
got
Sorry,
these three sitting there.
I
We're talking.
know.
We're talking 85
He's got
and
a
that.
Guns N' Roses
I
shirt
don't even-
on.
They probably weren't even born. I
You know
know.
what they're thinking? My old man wasn't even born then.
Wow.
I told you I could tell you stories. Go on, you guys talk that thing.
Well, no, it's going to all tie in, because you say,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
guys jump in whenever. If you hear something that
what
makes
was
you feel it,
because
talk.
I mean, in 1990, I was 27, right? To me, I'd already been through the punk shit. I was 14 in 77 when punk hit,
Yeah.
and it was just the most amazing fucking thing that happened. But then it died real quick.
Yeah.
And metal took over. Or
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's metal. I don't know what genre you put it in.
Well, I mean,
Do
there
you
was that-
call it
there was
fucking hair bands?
the
Well,
grunge,
the
the
fir-
grunge kind of went.
Well, the first thing that happened was the new wave of British heavy metal with their Iron Maiden stuff, which almost, if you listen to Iron Maiden's first album, it almost sounds like a punk album. You know what I mean? That first Iron Maiden album, or the first two, Iron Maiden and Killers.
Still never listened to it. Never heard them. Don't like them. Never will.
I've only heard the Bruce Dickinson shit, so I haven't heard any of the original 2 records or.
Oh, they're great. They're almost like a punk band. You know what I mean? They're
I
like-
used to like Iron Maiden. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them a
I
couple
can
times.
do an Iron
I
Maiden
saw them a
song,
couple
yeah.
times at the Marquee on Wardour Street. Anyway,
Wow.
that's another story.
It's a small place, isn't it?
The Marquee on Water Street was probably could hold about like 300 people comfortably, but they used to squeeze way more in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a great venue. I saw so many fucking bands there. I saw Johnny Thunders. I saw Lords of the New Church, Hanoi Rocks, UFO,
Lords of the New Church,
The
yeah.
Damned. You name it, I saw them all. I got really friendly with the doorman, so of course I'd roll up every night and just be able to walk in.
You just walk in. That's the best when you can do that. Yep,
Hello,
that's the
mate.
best.
The guy was called Czar. If you're listening, Czar, thank you very much for all those years of all those free shows.
So you, Choir Boys, is that the only other band or with other bands as well?
Yeah, I was in before that, I was in a band when I was at school called The Wigs, and we used to open for all the psychobilly bands, the Medias and the Guana Bats, and that's when I was very young, and then I moved on to the Choir Boys, and then kind of took a break, and now I have my new band, the Brutalists. But the funny thing is, I always played bass in all those bands for all the years, and I kind of like decided to kind of retire from playing bass. I was tired of it. I was joining bands I didn't like. And then my friend Mick Cripps from LA Guns had a little band together and said, why don't you sing? I was like, sing? I don't know how to fucking sing. Sing? So I started singing. So this is the first band I ever sang in.
So who's in your band?
Me on vocals, Mick Cripps, who was in a band called LA Guns for a long time, his brother Robert Cripps, a guy called Ken Holmes on guitar, who was LA Guns roadie, and our friend Charlie Nice on drums. There you go.
Well, we're gonna
A short history.
We're gonna have a listen to you and see how good you do fucking sing. Right, I think we should do that now.
Wait, we're not plugged in.
No, I know. I'm getting it ready.
Oh.
Relax.
Uh-huh.
You know.
When you do track 2?
That is track 2, isn't it?
No.
It's labeled. Oh, yeah. Here's nothing.
There you go.
You listen to CaoticRadio.com, a beautiful disaster. Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Nigel Mogg of the Brutalist in studio, as well as Street Links. Yeah. Nothing but, listen to Chaotic Radio on a Tuesday afternoon and Thursday, because Thursday is Look What Cat Dragged It on ChaoticRadio.com, 4 to 6. That's my show where I do DIY unsigned bands from around the world.
Would that count as unsolicited bands? Is that what that means as well?
Yes.
Because someone sent me an email. I go, what the fuck does that mean?
Yes, bands.
And I
If
thought-
it's a small label, I'll still do it. I just don't want big label bands. I'm just trying to get the small label bands out there.
Yeah.
Or
I don't
DIY
want,
label
I don't want to
bands.
hear none of that fucking no label, small label shit.
Yeah, you're too good for us. That
I know I am, yeah. I like the old school. I like the old school shit. I like to be able to sing along.
A lot of the old school stuff is DIY.
Cat, listen.
Oh, you mean professional old school stuff? Okay.
Well, yeah, I want to fucking sing along to my music. It's that simple. You tell me, what do you listen to on the radio?
Nothing. I listen to
Good girl.
My own music.
Do you?
Yeah.
There you go.
You don't listen
Good
to
girl.
radio?
I don't like the radio. It's all the same stuff.
Well, you can fucking leave then, because you're at my radio station. You got to like my radio.
Oh, well, like,
you
I
should have
thought-
said
no,
I listen
no.
to Chaotic.
Online radio, yeah.
Oh, of
that's
course,
way
yeah.
better than fucking radio on.
She's talking AM, FM.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise I should have fucking put the question a different way.
'Cause I don't listen to AM, FM.
No, I don't. No, not the car radio. No.
The car radio, I like.
What's on the radio these days? I don't even know anymore.
Oh,
Redundant
man.
stuff.
It's
Redundant
Oh,
stuff.
Only hits from
smells like Teen
every year.
Spirits every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and that is the problem. We talk about that. That's the problem with your stations like KLOS and KCAL
K-Rock.
that just disappeared, and they play the same fucking songs.
Well, it's like they
over
never take
again.
They never take a chance on anything, right? They won't like just hear something and go, "Oh, this is great. Let's just play it." They won't
Yeah.
take a chance on anything, right?
I think
I'm
it's 'cause
guessing.
they're scared to like lose their listeners. I think.
Right.
In a sense, you
So
know?
it's like
So they
Sweet
play it
Child
safe.
of Mine.
my
God, let me hear that one more time.
Every time.
Every time.
So that's why I like my Thursday show, because if I lose a listener over a song, oh well. And if somebody else is going to like it,
If I lose a listener over a song, I got no one left.
maybe that too, yeah.
He's all, fuck.
Yeah, but I always
But
wanted,
I like it, so fuck off.
Exactly, yep.
I always wanted to listen to the radio to hear something new. So if you're not hearing anything new, what's the point of having to rehash everything? You know what I mean? I always wanted to listen to the radio to hear
Yep.
something new. That's why. Oh, what was that? Oh,
You got
that
to
was
listen to
great.
Chaotic then, because we always play new stuff.
Good.
On a
How it
Thursday at
should
4.
be.
And you're doing repeats too.
So let's have a listen to this,
Go on then.
all right? And we're all judging you as a singer.
Oh God, I'm sitting here listening. Everyone's looking at me.
It's okay, I'll grab you another beer so you can be judged. with the
Excellent.
Beer, yeah.
CakeRadio.com.
Beautiful Disaster. Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, meow. The Brutalist Live.
First mistake getting out of bed. Look out my window, feeling dread. Concrete jungle, traffic jam. Smell of the petrol from my van. What you take from me is all in your head. Drinking tea and watching the box. Got me hypnotized, I'm lost. Highlights, lowlights, in disgust. Damp on the floor and the smell of the rust. What you take from me is all in your head. What you take from me is all in your head. Pressure, feel the pain. Walking home in the pouring rain. Red light, green light, smokestack gray. This is the way it's gone today. I ride low life in disgust. Damp on the floor and the smell of distrust. What you take from me is all in your head. What you take from me is all in your head. What you take from me is all in your head. That's the way it's gonna go today. Wishing I was far away.
Bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
Like razor blades, turning truths into lies. Stealing, beating, misdirecting. Won't you tell me what's good? I've seen it before, I don't believe it no more, and I wish that someone would. Oh, someone, won't you explain? Why have I lost my brain? I'm a burnout, doing what you told me to, and I think I'm going insane. Electric, connected, I'm in a blackout, no wire, on fire, I'm in a blackout now. Baby, baby, you won't get me on my knees. Don't you know that I'm immune to your dirty disease? I'm Helen, baby, screaming at the moon as I'll get myself out of life with or without you. Well, I don't need anyone, and you can take that guarantee. You're bound to these chains of rock and roll against your uncertainty. Well, I like it louder, I like it faster, I like it harder. I won't do what you tell me to, you can take that one to heart. Electric, connected, I'm in a blackout, no wire, on fire, I'm in a blackout. Hey, no life for me. I'm shooting line, aiming for rock and roll. Electric, connected, I'm in a blackout. You wire, can't fire, I'm in a blackout. And no light left for me. I'm shooting line, aiming for rock and roll. Blackout.
And that was Blackout by Street Links, and that was rad. And you know how I know it's not punk Dutchy? Because it was 4 minutes long.
Not true.
No, it is very
You know
true.
it's punk because the instruments are being played correctly. You know, simple as that.
That too? Okay, that I'm not going to argue
No,
about
you know
that
what?
too.
We don't have. It's not always punk bands in here, is it?
No,
I liked
no.
it. I like both of those songs.
Even on my Thursday show, I sneak in a song like that. So
Who writes that?
We all.
That one we all wrote the
together.
music
We all wrote
on.
that one together.
Who writes the lyrics?
I write
That's
the
all BB.
lyrics.
You do.
Yes.
Where do they come from?
Just how I feel at the moment. It's a lot of what I'm going through at the moment, how I feel about music and like the scene out in like Hollywood and stuff. So.
Is that where you live?
No, but we play there a lot, and so I tend to write about like the people that. I
Why
met
do
there
you
and
play
stuff.
Hollywood? Is it because it's the tinsel town, the rock and roll stardom of the world?
I personally don't like playing in Hollywood, but a lot of our fans were from there because of a different band I was in. A lot of my fans. Or a
What-
lot
what
of our
was the other
fans
band?
I used to be in an all-girl cover band called Vixen Vendetta, and it was actually like thrash metal. And
Did you say Vixen Vendetta?
yes,
I'm
As
writing
in
that
you're a
down.
cover band of Vixen, or because you did?
no, it was like thrash metal. Like we did like
I was going to say thrash
what
metal
we
and
do.
Vixen ain't the same, is it?
no, we did like Metallica and like Anthrax and
That's
Megadeth
harder than
and
Vixen, yeah.
that kind of stuff. So no, it's not Vixen.
And I think we just kind of fit in that scene more than a lot of other
Yeah,
places around the area. We're not
yeah.
an OC rock band. We're not like a new indie Echo Park band. You know, we're like kind of a metal hard rock.
Yeah, so a lot
Hollywood
of
band.
people that I had already known from who I met with that band were asking us for shows in that area. So we tended to gravitate more towards that.
Where'd
for
you
now,
play? Do you play like rock and roll, little small places, or do you play the whiskey and the
No, we played the
Viper
whiskey
Room and all that
before.
place?
I kind of want to get away from doing that though. We just recently played the Slide Bar, and I
In
had a lot more
Fullerton?
fun with that one.
That fucking place is great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good place.
The
I,
crowd's fucking great there.
at my
you know?
first mosh pit there
Yeah?
at 15 with glasses, and I almost broke them. So, yeah.
Oh, you was in your first mosh pit there. I thought
Yeah,
you meant your
yeah.
band got their first
no,
mosh
no,
pit
no.
going.
Oh, I
was gonna say,
wish that would have been kick ass.
I was going to start one, but I was like, nah,
Ian forgot.
I forgot.
No, that was one of the first places I went to when I moved out here from Virginia because I had moved to Torrance thinking that was LA. And
It's fun. What you mean?
People move to California thinking it's LA, so it's okay.
exactly.
Torrance is the airport, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes from LAX, so it's not.
Is that how you ended up living in Torrance? You got off a plane and just got in a taxi?
Yeah, no. I moved out here with the band that I'm not in anymore, but
What band was that?
The Pleasure.
And where are they from?
We started. It was me and two brothers in Virginia, and then
Metal?
rock.
Virginia's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah, 20
A lot
years is
fucking
enough.
different.
Yeah,
If you
What?
had your hair blue in Virginia versus you have your hair blue here,
It would have been all right.
would have been all right. Same.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. I was like, I've kind of always had.
Well, because my hair was blue like that for 5 years, and I used to go to New York, and I used to go to upstate New York and little tiny towns, and they would just think I'm crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. They give my wife more stink eyes than me.
Oh, okay.
Did you say wife?
Yeah.
You got a wife?
Uh huh.
How
It's a
old are you?
baby.
22.
You fucking
Me.
idiot.
I know. I was going to say.
2 year anniversary next month.
How long have you been married?
2 years in April.
How long have you known her? 2 years?
3.
3.
Yeah, we
You're
got
fucked.
married 5 days before we knew each other for a year.
You're fucked. How's it going?
I'm
Don't
enjoying
give him
it.
bad luck.
I'm just
Dusty.
saying it's a fucking fact. Come on.
No, it's
It
fine.
is.
Don't knock
Okay, yeah, I
me.
know it is.
Don't
It
knock.
is.
You know what? God bless you. You enjoy it every
Yes.
fucking minute
It's
while
gonna-
it lasts.
Yes.
gonna be great.
Yes.
I've been married twice.
Me too.
I thought I was married twice. I just found out I never actually got married the second time.
Excellent.
Are you serious?
Didn't tell you?
No.
You've got to sign the
That's
thing at the
new.
bottom, right?
What?
No, it's not that. We signed it all, right?
You didn't like
It was in my backyard, right? And then it never got filed. So fucking hell.
excellent.
I know,
Are
yeah.
you, so you're not married anymore?
I never was. What do you mean anymore?
That's funny that you thought you were.
I know, it's horrible, isn't
It's
it?
like
I
an
think that.
episode of Friends. Remember? Didn't somebody think they were married on Friends?
I was going to get my business license for the station, and I was in there, and because I had a half-hour wait, I went, "Ah, fuck it, I'll start my divorce shit." Right,
As you do.
I get to the fucking
As you
window,
do.
and I said, "Look, I can't find my marriage stuff." And he went, "Well, it's easy enough to find. You're in the county recorder's fucking records office. Put your name in." I said, "Put it in." He said, "You know what date it was?" Of course, you know what fucking date it was. Yeah,
How can you forget that?
I got drunk on Christmas Day. It was the day after that.
Yeah.
And he went, "Well, no, it's not in there."
You're like,
It's easier
thumbs
than
up.
prenup.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
What a stroke of luck.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, good luck to you.
Thanks. Yeah, we got
How
two
old,
cats.
how old? You're 22. How old is she? Don't
She's-
tell me she's fucking 16.
No, she's 27. No, she's 22. She's 4 months older than me, but
How many kids you got?
none for.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
2 cats. That's what we got.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
The,
dear.
the cats
Just
are
make
older
sure
too.
that ain't the only pussy you be stroking.
Ah,
Because I'd
Dutchie,
say he's
couldn't
gay.
help
It's such an
yourself.
easy
once,
shot.
once you get married,
that
you're
was so
done.
easy.
Don't get married. Are you married?
No.
You two ain't dating, are you? Because it happens a
No,
lot, doesn't
no,
it,
no.
Kat? The way
Yes,
the
yes, it
bands
does
come
happen
in.
a lot, yeah.
You can't get married to someone in your band, man.
People do all the
They
time.
come in all the time. Oh,
Oh,
that's
God,
my
it's
husband. And Dutchie like,
nightmare.
I've
okay.
seen so many bands. We actually the Dolly Rots, the 2 singers in that
Yes.
band, they're both married.
I like the Dolly Rots.
Wow.
I
put
didn't
them on
even
the
know
show,
that till that day.
That's a whole lot of trouble.
Well, you're girl singers in bands. It must be kind of a nightmare being up there and having all that attention, or it maybe it's fucking great. I
I
don't
can't
know.
even take my fucking jacket off with some asshole being like, "Oh, take it all off."
Oh, see,
Fucking
yeah.
up here, I want to take
No,
off my jacket.
I hear you. I understand. I don't sing, but I do go out there and I do stuff. And it's.
You ask for it.
Am I asking for it today? I'm covered
Not
up.
today, no.
I'm covered
You
up.
must have had someone special must have been at work today where you're out of cover up.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying,
I'm-
though, right? If you're going to get up there and
Definitely.
that's all people want to do. Like,
Yeah.
come on, please.
It
Does
must
it-
be frustrating because then you're like, listen to my music, right?
Yeah, and
Well-
people like after the show, be like, "Wow, you're so pretty," and like, "All right, what'd you think about the music?"
Exactly,
though?"
yeah.
So
Mhm.
Oh, what music? Oh, duh.
That's all right. I'll take all my clothes off for it.
Yeah, well, you're married. You're not allowed to. You're going to get
Exactly.
in big
See?
fucking trouble. That means it's down to you, son.
Right. Off with them.
Fuck marriage.
I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about covering these guys on stage while you get your fucking rip on go. You know?
So I'm trying to get ripped right now. So like, we'll do.
Yeah,
that.
you got to
I'll
give
take
a
my
little
shirt
because she's
off,
really
yeah.
pretty. So you got to give a little distraction from
Right,
her.
right.
Yeah.
How old does it get? How bad does it get? Does it ever get you to the stage where you go, fuck this?
it's not as bad as it was when I was in that all-female cover band because I think they weren't like intimidated by like guys.
Oh,
singing,
because there was
you
a whole
know?
bunch of you girls.
Yeah, so
I
when
know
it's
you got a
all
couple
less-
guys, so they're going to be a little bit careful.
Actually, like we played the Rainbow on Sunset.
the Rainbow, yeah.
About a month ago or something, and
You guys did.
yeah, we did, and we just got done with our set, and I was putting everything away, and I mean, like people get like super drunk at those.
The Rainbow's the
Metal
worst. The
Mayhem
Rainbow
days.
has like the worst.
yeah,
drunks.
yeah.
I was going there like once a week for a while. So yeah, they
Oh,
got like,
yeah.
the worst drunks.
And like I was just putting away my bass, and this guy was like trying to like close the case for me. I'm like, I got it Please don't touch it. I can do this.
They were like sloppy drunk because there was this one guy. We were playing a really heavy song.
Like you don't know how to close your cone case.
Yeah, I do this all the time.
Yeah,
I know what
I
to
got
do.
it.
He was
Because you're a girl, you can't close the case right.
Yeah, I
Hey, maybe he was just being a
No,
gentleman.
I work at a car place and I'm the only girl there, and they treat me like I don't know what the parts and stuff because I'm a girl. No, I know. So
Like,
I understand.
It's one thing to ask to help out, but then it's another thing to actually physically try to close it and try to help lift
Did you
my
let him
gear and all
close
that.
it?
Hey,
No.
Oh, you poor
Good,
little thing.
good.
You need help with your base case.
it works out for
Yeah.
me though because I don't have to carry your cab anywhere because all the guys in the crowd are like, "Here, let me carry that for you."
Yeah.
But there's certain things that should still happen.
Well, yeah, you can let them carry your cat.
Yeah, that's fine.
As long as
That's
they don't bump it, it's good, right? Yeah.
If they're not an asshole, then yeah.
Nah, it must. Fuck them. But
No,
So
don't.
let me ask you another question because
It's
I
character building,
just
though.
said to her and if people don't know me and Kat or people don't know me when I say you fucking asked for it and people go, oh, just because you dress sexy that doesn't mean that say you
No,
asked for
Dutchie
anything.
and I have an understanding.
Right? But Kat, let's just put it this way. She likes to take the occasional selfie and there's
Occasional.
always a tad of fucking cleavage showing.
I've gotten better. Have you not noticed?
No, I gave up looking at them. I just like I
You
skipped.
have a girlfriend
I have a
now.
girl. I
Yeah,
skipped
yeah.
through them. I'm like, oh, here she goes
Yeah,
again.
he's not going to notice the non-cleavage pictures,
Exactly,
is he?
yeah.
I noticed them all because me and Brenda talk about them. We go, look, what do you think? Right?
It's one of those cases where you're on Instagram and you don't like it. You just look at it and you're just like, all right,
Yeah, boring.
No, you know what? It is a thing, right? And I say this as what I think my old man taught me to be a gentleman, right? I got a girlfriend and I've been dating her 8 months. I am not going to go liking other women's fucking cleavage pictures, whether it's Kat or someone I've Facebook friend or a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
I'll like her non-cleavage pictures. Right?
Yeah, kind of like
Out of respect for my girlfriend, right?
And Brenda's my friend.
Plus, I'm so fucking used to it now. I've known her 3 years, and you see 5 a fucking day, and you know, oh, she
Yeah,
goes
he's
again.
like, he doesn't even see my boobs anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only a cleavage.
It's-
Come on,
yeah.
they're everywhere.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
But
They are.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess my point is, it's fucking wrong that you can't go on stage as a good looking woman or any fucking woman without getting that fucking abuse.
Yeah.
People shouting shit, or
Yeah,
as you
it's true.
girls, even on fucking Facebook, where you put like Brenda's new show just started, you know, and you put some pictures up, and some fucking dude always has to go from the instead of liking it or just saying a nice remark, has to go fucking hot, do that, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the fact of life. It's sad, but that's
it's
life,
like,
you know.
I like altering my clothing, so sometimes I kind of make it like I put holes in it, like wherever, like on the sides, I rip it all up, and like sometimes like I accidentally cut it way too low, and I have to.
I
Like,
do the
end
same
up-
thing, yeah. I do the same
Yours
thing.
ain't accidental,
Hooking it with
Kat.
like safety pins.
Yeah, except
so
mine
it's not
mine
too
aren't
much.
accidental, but yeah.
Yeah, but these are things you got to. These things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
And
got
yeah,
to
you know
just
it's
be
going to
out-
happen.
You
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
got-
know it's going to happen, yeah.
You
It's
just got to
fun.
be. Able,
I'm just like whatever, and I have these guys, so I'm not too concerned.
no,
about
you
it
just got to be
anymore.
able to deal with it. You go, okay, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You're
okay,
probably pretty good at
done.
ignoring it, though.
Oh yeah, like people will like even at the sidebar, like people would be calling out at me as I'm just walking.
Oh,
to
yeah.
my
It's
car.
bad. In Orange County,
Completely ignore
that's
it.
probably bad. It's
Yeah,
bad. Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause I know it's bad for me out there, so for you, it's probably double bad, yeah. Because you're young and really hot, so.
It probably helps when you have Ted
Thank
on your
you.
arm a lot too.
Do you want me
that's-
or her?
No, but you
talking to
must have.
Phoebe.
You know what? Seriously, have a look at.
Yeah.
Did you see his picture?
No.
There you go.
Oh,
That-
God, come on, please.
That's him right there, right?
He's young and hot in that picture,
Right.
yeah. Not that, yeah.
Yeah.
Not hot now, but.
So it goes back to the days when guys look like girls, right?
That's what my
In
boyfriend looks
91,
like right
They
now.
had nicer fucking hair than
Is
the
that what
girls.
your boyfriend looks like right now?
Yeah.
Right.
In 91,
Hey,
that's what
what's
my
his
boyfriend
name?
would have looked like.
But you know, did you used to, with all that going on back in the day,
Oh, you were a chick
Right.
magnet. Don't tell me you were not.
were you a whore?
Well, you know, when you're young and
I love that
it's all,
question.
yeah, when you're young and it's all new, of course, you experiment and you, yeah,
You were. Okay, now.
yeah. But then
Why
as you-
wouldn't you be, right?
But, yeah, why wouldn't you be? Because as you grow older, you realize, oh, this is stupid, or it's not like acceptable, or you just realize that you're being, you look like a lecherous old man. You know what I mean?
And it's so
yeah.
much of a risk as you get older.
Yeah, of course.
Because you don't know
of
what
course.
kind of psycho
Hey,
or
there's
anything else.
hey, if you're dealing with musicians and fans and people, you want to respect people and you don't want to come off as some thick, stupid, like fucking lecherous old man. You know what I mean?
But seriously, I mean, when the Choir Boys got big, right?
Yes.
For a, I don't know how long a time, because I came over here and they weren't big over here. The Almighty weren't big over here. Thunder.
I had heard of the Choir Boys, though. I did. I didn't realize you were in them until
Thank you.
a little while ago, but.
But you had that opportunity. I mean, not you had the opportunity. For a while there, the band was a big time rock and roll superstar band. You were living that life. You were the hotels, the tours, Tokyo, Bon Jovi, Donington, Monsters of Rock, the festival, 70,000 people plus, and all that kind of stuff, you know?
Well, okay, so you know what? If you're going to like want to progress in your career and be taken seriously, you have to act like a professional person, and you don't want to be doing stupid stuff and doing anything that's like gonna you want your music to be taken seriously, and you don't want to be doing stupid stuff to detriment that, so you act accordingly. And that's why certain people have become big and some people just fall by the wayside because they just don't act as they should, you know. So that's what I learned from it, you know what I mean?
And that really affects it.
Yeah, because we go, those guys are playing. Oh my god, that guy gets really drunk, or that guy's fucking going to try and hit all the chicks. So you don't want to be known as that. You want to be known as a professional working outfit, and that you're professional and you show up on time and no one's drunk and you're.
And how was your band in that respect?
We were terrible. That's why I'm not in them anymore. Yeah, actually, we were terrible, but we learned. What happened was we learned too late and we got dropped by a record label and it went by the wayside. But eventually we got back together again a few years later and tried to address it professionally and rekindle what we had and rebuild it. And I did that from 2000, 2005. And I quit in 2005, but the band's still going and they're doing very well in Europe and they've rebuilt what they had. We all make mistakes as young people, and you just have to realize as it goes on, you've got to be professional, and you're dealing with people that are very professional and can take you down because you're not. Yeah. They're going to look for any weak spot that you can find in you, like, yeah, they're drunk all the time, they do drugs, blah, blah, blah.
See, I didn't realize stuff like that really actually, because I see so many bands go through, but you don't see that quiet part that nobody talks about. But you just spoke, like we talked to a lot of bands, and they talk about all the stuff and all the womanizing and all the drinking and all the drugs and all the stuff, but they don't say.
If you want a career, you're going to have to grow out of it and act like a responsible human being and be professional and do what you're meant to do and do it professionally.
I wish you know what? I need that in a quote.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna.
It took me a long time to learn that, and I wish a lot of bands learned it sooner.
And then you said that's why you thought the Choir Boys didn't really make it?
Yes. Yeah, there was a lot of drinking and drugs and stuff, and then we got dropped, and it all disappeared. But a few years later, we got back together again, and we went, okay, we're going to try.
I work with a lot of bands on Thursdays, and I do like 5. I'm responsible for about 5 shows a week at the Doll Hut as well.
Yes.
And I wish I could take those exact words and take them to all the bands, because they pass me and they go to like bigger, better things, but that's what they need to hear.
Because
that's you got it.
We'll do a public service announcement.
Because but that's the stuff that you're not supposed to do is glorified.
Yes. Well, I think you can't tell people anything. They got to learn it by themselves.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
And either people learn it and take heed of it.
They don't.
And progress in their career, or they don't listen to go, I'll do whatever I want, I don't care. And their career goes down the tubes.
How old were you? Right, at the peak of the Choir Boys?
24.
All right, so you tell me what you'd have fucking done. I'd have been in the same band as him, and I'd have been cut down as a fucking
At 24, I was in a Party Animals. It was. So at 24,
But the point is, what you're not thinking about is your future. Do you want to keep this going and make a professional career out of it and like make some money and do great albums and keep working and keep touring, or are you going to party yourself into a fucking hole? Well, I don't think a lot of bands.
And you guys interview each other. Well, this ain't no fucking structured shit going on here.
Well, Ian, I'm looking at Ian right now, and he's about to jump out of his seat onto Nigel's lap. He's like so into this. So, what are you thinking in your head right now? I mean, look at him. He's like ready to jump. He got closer, and he's like ready to leap. Yeah.
No, well, what I think is like a lot of people have this stigma of like rock and roll and being a rock star, where you have to do the drugs, you have to do the drinking, you have to be the womanizer, and you have to play that image in order to be liked by the masses.
Yes.
You know? And it's not true. Like we, us as a band, we don't, really get really crazy. Like we're never sloppy drunk.
Hey, it's like, if you went to work at 9 a.m. to do your job or whatever anyone's job is, could you go drunk and be womanizing at work? No, you can't. It's a fucking
get
job.
fucking fired,
and you got to do what's expected of you, and you got to do it professionally, and you got to be on time, and you got to be sober, and you got to fulfill your what people want from you. That's, some bands slip by the wayside because they let that stuff go. So if you want to get anywhere in your career, you got to take it very seriously.
Because then you start getting sloppy and you start falling off.
Sloppy's not good. Sloppy's bad. Sloppy's going to end up going, people are going to say, oh, those guys, they're okay, but you know what, that one guy is always drunk.
The guitar doesn't sound as good.
He's not in tune. He doesn't take his time to... It's a craft, and you got to do your craft as best as you can do it, because there's other people out there who are doing it better than you. So you better damn well be as good as you can be, because you got a lot of competition right behind you, and they're gonna sweep you away if you let your guard down. So you got to be right there.
So like for me, like I like listening up before a show, and there's nothing wrong with that, But like I have like a rule. It's like before a show.
No more than 6 shots.
Yeah, I do 2 shots. I do like
6.
I do 2 or 4 tequila shots, and that's usually okay. For me, because I know my tolerance and my limit. You know?
But don't you want to go on stage and be the best that you are?
Exactly.
Yeah, I have a lot of bands that come to me. They say they don't take any shots, no drinks until after they play. I work at the bar too, so I'm like, do you want to drink? Not so, okay. You want water or soda or coffee, and they drink water, soda, or coffee until they play.
Hey,
do not take my drink.
No more.
I'm not playing an instrument
for
today.
me is like I've always been like the kind of jittery guy before like I get on stage or do something like
calm
that.
yourself down.
So the tequila kind of helps me out, and I get very mellow.
Of course, but you got to know. Okay, a couple of shots is great. Go on, do your thing, and then drink afterwards.
Exactly.
But the competition is so tough nowadays. You better be on it, and you better know what you're doing, because someone right behind you will push you out of the way and take over. So
Kiss is kind of the perfect facade of that, right?
Sorry?
Kiss is like the perfect facade of that.
Yeah,
like
I mean, look at those guys. They're
being
so
party guys, but actually they're all like super straight.
Yeah, of course. It is a facade. You know what I mean? Like party all night, drink all day, whatever. No one's going to do that. On your touring schedule, you're not going to be able to drink all night and go and play a show every day. It's not going to happen.
Even for local bands, they're sleeping in a van.
You got to be on it, man. You got to be on it. It's such a tough business. If you're not on it, you're going to get pushed out of the way.
It's true.
I'll shut up now.
No, it's good stuff.
Nigel, I'm posting on Facebook right now that any band, because I work with a lot of local bands that want to be big, and they're so close. I watch them, and I can tell who's going to go far and who's not, because I deal with so many bands, and they're so close, and they make the mistakes that you're talking about.
I think like one of the things about like the bands in Hollywood currently, a lot of the ones that are constantly like playing the Whiskey Go-Go and everything, they have that image of the past in their mind still of how Sunset Strip used to be. So they're like, no, we gotta drink, we gotta talk to all the ladies, we gotta get drunk and all that. So
no, it's right, and that really is a facade. You can act there if you want to play that game. You can do it very easily, but the competition is so tough. You got to be on it, man. You can't let one thing slip by you, because you're going to get overrun by someone else.
Well, what's crazy?
You got to be on it.
What's crazy is Dutchie and I always talk to bands, and we ask them, "Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? I want to be big. I want to."
I was just going to say.
I want to be big. I want to do this. Everything that you're saying, they want to do, and they're so close, but they make the tiny little mistakes that you don't realize until after, till hindsight.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, a lot of times when you talk about managers and big record labels, they will sit there in a meeting going, "So what do you think about this band?" Yeah, they're really good, but those guys get drunk a lot, and they're not reliable, and they're late all the time. That's a really big deal, because people want you on time, sober, engaging, talking, focused, deliver your demos on time, and
so
you gotta. It's a business.
That being said, it is. Where do you want to go? What your band as a band? Where are you now? How long have you been playing? And what's your true dream? Right? Because there's a lot of bands come on here and go, we just enjoying what we're doing. We don't really care.
Yeah, it's the hobby bands.
There's other bands who truly fucking want to be the next fucking Rolling
But they're
Stones.
missing those little parts
right?
that Nigel was talking.
It's not that they're missing them; they just ain't got there yet.
Yeah.
You know, it happens. You know, you've only been going a year and a half. You've had your second album. You're getting a better response from that than you did from your first. You're getting better shows. You're getting a play at the House of Blues, and you're not doing pay to play. You're being invited because you're good, and you're starting to get a good local following. So where are you guys at now?
We've been together for a little over a year. We have our EP out. That's all we have right now. It's just 4 songs. And we have been doing like pay to play shows. I don't want to, and we're actually not going to do that for a while now, if we don't have to. And we're probably going to try to like jump on some tour with like our friends and stuff. And my personal goal for the band is I want to relate to people because I grew up as an outsider, and being the one that writes all the lyrics, I want to. I want people to know that they're not like alone and all that, because that's how I was, and music was the only thing that helped me. And a lot of the music now that's coming out, like the pop songs that people listen to, it doesn't really cater to like how people really feel.
Do you have this burning ambition to be a rock star, and that's where you want to go? And as a band, these two guys want to do it as well, or is it? Yeah, I just want to do this and I want to do that.
No, I want to like do it like as far as we can go.
Yeah?
I can tell they can, because when they played at the Doll Hut maybe like 3 months ago, I want to say. It was a while ago. It was a while ago. Yeah, I know there was a lot of times hit or miss there. But you guys were very, very professional about the whole entire thing. Mm-hmm. You know, and I book a lot of bands. I do like I said, I'm responsible about 30 bands a week at the Doll Hut. So noticing that, I can tell, you know. Mm-hmm. They're very serious. They went on, they played, they did their thing. You know, they didn't really drink too much. No. You know, she didn't let the guys get to her. It was good.
That day, wasn't it?
I didn't even drink.
Yeah, hot days of the Doll Hut are really bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had
It's
2
like
shows
90
that day,
degrees.
remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you guys laughed. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It was funny.
Well, there you go. See? That's a good
Can I
sign.
play another
You can
song?
I reckon.
Can I?
Of whose?
They have live
I'm
acoustic
playing.
as well.
I'm playing just because we were talking about it, and it was like I'm thinking, fucking hell, isn't there a song called "Sex Party"?
Oh, God, please don't play that.
Oh, you don't want me to?
No, God, it's the worst.
I know, that's why I'm playing it, because
Just do
it was.
It's funny. Yeah, all right. Go on.
I won't play. I don't have to.
okay,
I tell you what.
You know what's fun? No,
Go on.
You can play it if you want. It's what's so funny. You don't want those throwaway songs you do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really funny, and then you play it, and people love it.
I
And you
fucking
go, oh my
loved
God.
it.
Every band has one like that, though.
especially
and then the
one of
bands
those
always hate it.
songs.
The bands always hate that
Yeah,
song.
I always hated it. They still play it. They still hate it.
It's like
But
Banana
the
Splits
crowd-
The crowd.
Yeah.
The crowd goes
Always
fucking
want it. I
crazy,
know.
right?
I do it. I don't care.
I just thought it's fucking fun, and you know
It is
what?
a funny song.
I'm fucking playing it anyway.
It's Word Up,
Category.com.
and it's ripped off from Word Up by Cameo.
Oh my God. Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Captain Rowe. Yeah.
Oh, that's a live version. I fucking hate live versions, but the crowd like it.
For Guy Bailey, it's his birthday, everybody. Come on. This is for You wanna come to a party? You wanna come to a sex party? Thanks for the connection, Ollie. Give me
Fuck it, let's play some better music.
Okay, what do you want to play?
No, I got it right now. Right?
Yeah, you can do that.
There we go. Category.com. Beautiful Disaster.
Well, it was 7 o'clock when she let me in. She said, "Billy, son, what's your kind of thing?" I go, "Ooh, yeah, ooh, oh, yeah." Drew back her hair, she looked and smiled, yeah. I need some comfort for a little while. She's just a sweet little thing, but I like the way she dances when she gets you by the hand, and she gives you all jack, 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 jack. Oh, it's 7 o'clock, time for the party, and I know what I wanna see. It's 7 o'clock, time for the party, and I know what I wanna see. Oh yeah, come on. I used to love her, but she turned me away. She couldn't take me for another day. I go, ooh, yeah, ooh, oh yeah. Love me once, won't you? Love me twice. She got a hold of my dirty device. I go, ooh, yeah, ooh, oh yeah. She just a sweet little thing, but I like the way she dances when she gets you by the hand, and she gives you all jack, 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 jack. Oh, it's 7 o'clock, time for the party, and I know what I wanna see. It's 7 o'clock, time for the party, and I know what I wanna see. It's 7 o'clock, time for the party, and I know what I wanna feel. It's 7 o'clock, time for the party. Just come up and see. Oh yeah, come on.
And that was 7 o'clock by the Quiet Boys on chaoticradio.com. And who was in the Quiet Boys? Wait, who?
No, I was. That's all I can remember.
Nigel.
I was a choir boy once, but not in the choir boys.
It's okay. You're always a
Once a choir boy.
Always a choir
boy.
Oh man, none of the stigma though.
We're going to be going to commercial in 5 minutes. When we come back, and I want to talk about it more, I was just reading about the band. You know, when you're on iTunes and it gives you a little bit of info about the band, but you were telling me this before the show anyway. It was your uncle was in UFO, right? Was the bass player in UFO?
No, my uncle Phil Mogg was the singer of UFO and still is.
Really?
They're still going, yeah. So I grew up in the mid-70s. I'm going to say mid-70s. I grew up at a certain point where when I was a kid, these long-haired guys would come around my house and there were these guys in a band. They, you know.
That was cool, huh?
I loved it.
Right?
Because I was, what was I going to do? What was I going to do?
You just got to sit and bathe in that and enjoy it. So that's why yeah.
You know what? More often than not, they'd come over looking for jump leads or my dad's drill or they want my dad to fix the van or something. They were.
That's the best though, because you saw them when they weren't being rock stars. You saw them as being real people.
Yeah. And then I first saw UFO in 1979 with Michael Schenker, a Ham Savodian. That was funny enough, a band called Girl was opening for UFO with a guy called Phil Lewis, who ended up being the singer of LA Guns.
Wow.
With my friend Mick Cripps, who's in the band with me now.
Isn't it funny how the circle goes, right? The
It
circle
does.
just goes.
It's kind of weird. And then I have a whole bunch of stories, man.
Isn't there an album from UFO where it like folds out into an actual UFO? I have that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, you take it out and it folds out. Like remember, 3D was big. This was like early 80s, and it folds out into like a little spaceship thing.
Yeah, it's probably flying. Is what.
No, actually, I sold it. I should have kept it. But yeah,
I can't remember. Anyway. So I grew up with having these guys, these 6 foot tall heavy metal guys hanging around my house all day.
And then all of a sudden, how old were you then? You was a kid.
Well, I was born in 65, so in 75 or 75 to the beginning of the 80s, I would have been 10 to 12 to 14.
And then boom, 10 years later, you're now in that next generation fucking band, and looking at the same things that you looked at them that they were doing.
Yeah, I was a big Pete Way fan. Pete Way was the bass player of UFO. He played a Thunderbird, so as soon as I could afford a Thunderbird, that's what I got, and I always wanted to be Pete Way.
Wow.
That's awesome, though, to have that when you're so young. I have a 12-year-old, and he's around a lot of bands now, a lot of punk bands and stuff like that, and I'm hoping it influences him.
Oh, it will. Don't you
way.
worry. They won't. I remember being as a kid, seeing these guys going, just the clothes they were wearing and the cars they drove and everything, going, wow, this is crazy. Wow.
Yeah, he plays a little bit guitar. I'm trying to get him into it more, but he's 12.
He'll find it, man.
Yeah.
He'll find his thing.
Right, he met Agent Orange. He meets DI. He meets all of them, because...
Well, he will not forget those things because those things are ingrained in your mind when you're a little kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember Michael Schenker used to live down the street from me, and he would come by and want to borrow a cup of sugar from my mom and shit. Right?
I always wonder how that's going to affect him because,
you'll never forget it. Let me tell you, because I don't forget it.
That's crazy. Okay. You were going to say something. Yeah.
Well, it's like, even for me, like, I started playing guitar like around 10, and it's kind of like you find that one moment that makes you really want to play guitar, and then you just dive for it. Like, I never was really the kind of like sight reading kind of learner, so I was just like, all right, I'm going to plug in my headphones, I'm going to play my favorite songs, and I'm going to learn this, like, I don't care how long it's going to take, and it's good in a way because it's like you find that drive and you find that motivation. You're like, okay, I want to be just like my favorite guitarist or my favorite singer or my favorite bassist, and like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and I think that it's like when it happens to someone so young, it's unstoppable.
Well, like even
you're
for me,
gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think my earliest memory of music was like me being 4 years old listening to like Metallica Black Album, and then going backwards.
Damn.
Yeah, damn if I didn't know all the Dream Theater songs on drums by 15. There's like 2 years of nothing but it.
I think it's in the stuff you see when you're 12, 13, 14, 15 will stay with you for the rest
You absorb
of your
it.
life.
Yeah, it's like a sponge.
It's never going away. That was your thing. You go, wow. That one thing that you really went, oh my God, this is great.
For my kid, that could be good, that could be bad.
Yeah, it depends how smart they are.
Yeah, he's super smart. So
I believe he probably is. So I'm sure he'll just take the right.
Well, it's time. I have to interrupt you because we're going to be gone in a second. So go grab yourself a beer. Go grab yourself a smoke. Do your stuff, and we'll come back and finish.
And Streetlings has some acoustic to play as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we need to. Don't forget that, Kat.
I won't forget.
We'll be back in a little bit.
Kaoticradio.com. Beautiful disaster. Meow.
Nice.
For a ride. That's enough bitching, baby, to do it on its own. Well, if I get too lazy, I don't need no shove. Why did I say I believe in nothing when I believe in love? Why don't want?
Kat, turn the mics off for me, will you?
On?
Off.
They are.
Right, there's one of them's not. Maybe it's the one that says live.
Only two.
Maybe it's the one that says live for this one back on the couch.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com. You're listening to chaoticradio.com.
Was a face-stop woman, loved to play the clown. You won't do nothing about it, break a good boy's resistance down. No, she's got a pain.
listening to chaoticradio.com, and you recognize that, Nigel, don't you?
Yeah, that's UFO.
UFO. What song is that?
Oh, jeez, I wasn't
Shoot.
listening. Only you can rock
Shoot.
me.
You would know better. What song is that? That's you?
Shoot. Yes.
Okay.
Got it. Took me a second.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com. A beautiful disaster. It's always a beautiful disaster. And chaotic here. With Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Kat Monroe, and we have Street Links and the Brutalist, Nigel from the Brutalist, live in studio. It's been a great show. Really good things being spoken here. Really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Nice
And
to
you
meet
guys, both of you guys are going to be playing at the Doll Hut on May 27th. Yeah.
As of right now.
Bam.
Do I have you?
I
Yeah.
don't think my mic's on.
No, your volume's down. There you go.
Hello.
There we are.
Oh,
yeah.
she's back.
She's back. Yeah, so that's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be direct support for the Brutalist. That's rad.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
So do you, besides that, do the Brutalists have any other shows lined up?
Yeah, we're playing April 4th at the Freer Clubs in Hollywood. If everyone's around in Hollywood. And then May 27th at the Doll Hut. So that's
And for Street Links?
us.
Street Links, it's May 27th.
That's it?
Bam.
Yeah, we don't have anything else.
How about
right now.
recordings or anything else like that?
Oh, yeah, we'll probably be working on some recordings. We have some new songs that we're coming
Where
up
did you record what I played earlier?
with. His garage and my garage.
That was pretty
Love
good.
that.
That was really good, yeah.
Love that.
That was kind of rough on my part because I was
Yeah.
I went through a
Wait.
stretch.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went through a stretch where I was moving out of my last house in Torrance and didn't have a new house yet, so I was kind of homeless, living in Airbnbs with my wife for a couple months, and I had gone to do some work around the country decorating malls, and then when I got back, we had the release date for our EP, but I hadn't mixed it yet, and I got back like December 5th or something, so I had 10 days to mix our record and get it mastered and have it up by the 13th so it could be released on the 15th. And so I rushed it a little bit, but
Nothing
it's cool.
like-
I like this.
Nothing like being under pressure.
Yeah.
It's the only way to get anything. That's the only way to get anything done. We got a deadline. Otherwise, you would spend hours procrastinating about it. You know what I
I'll
mean?
get back to it later. Or something
Yeah.
like that,
That
right?
one
Yeah, I'll
day,
do it tomorrow. Yeah.
We
yeah.
had mixed we actually mixed Blackout like in my garage until like 2 a.m. we were working on it.
Yeah.
And it came out the next morning.
Yeah, perfect. It's the
It
only
was
way to
good.
do
That
it.
was a good record. I have bands. It surprises me because especially the young bands. We have a lot of young. Right now, I work with all bands, all ages, from bands that have been playing for 20, 30 years to bands that have been playing for 6 months.
Right.
And I have bands that are your guys' ages and younger, and they come in and they bring us recordings. Oh, this was in my hallway with my my iPhone.
I've done that
And I'm like,
before.
are you serious? Right? You know, because I
Yeah.
have friends in bands paying lots of money to go to all these studios, and this sounds just as good.
Yeah.
It's the younger kids, younger generations. That
Technology has changed.
Oh my God! Something with their brain. Their brains do not think like our brains do.
Yeah, I know,
No.
right?
Like they even have like microphones for your iPhone that'll pick up like studio quality sound now, and it's crazy because you could just set your phone right there and your
Yeah.
band just play together.
It's a hell of a lot cheaper than going and to a studio and paying for all those fees and everything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but having said that, when you do
Yes, I wanna
actually,
hear Nigel.
having said that, when you do actually go to a studio that is set up to record, especially vintage gear, if you want a certain sound, there
It'll
is.
pull it out, yeah.
If you want a certain sound, there is a lot of stuff you can do at a proper studio that you can't quite do on an iPhone or
No, but
stuff-
remember the days when we did try and record our own stuff on the little fucking shit, and we go, it's better than nothing,
yeah,
right?
a
And then
cassette recorder.
what we do now, when you have a decent phone and you're somewhere, right? You know that the sound on your phone's shite, but if someone at the other end's got their system plugged into a sound system, even a band at the Doll Hut fucking just knocking it out. I could be sitting in London watching it fucking live.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, I know.
That's why people
Yeah.
don't go to shows as much anymore
Yeah.
either.
Nah,
though, as well.
bullshit.
No, it's
Bullshit.
True. It's true.
Oh, come
you can
on.
watch everything
Fuck
live.
off. So
They're
you-
watching us live on YouTube.
What? They're not invited. I'm talking about going to a live show. There's no one going to
Hey,
not
wait.
go to a live show because Cat Monroe's going to fucking go Facebook Live later
Not
on.
me, but the bands. You know. Sometimes.
I mean, there's definitely a sense of surprise that gets lost, I feel like. 'Cause
Yeah, it
every
does.
time I buy a ticket, it's like, oh, what's their show look like this year? And then I see it like, oh, well, that's cool. And then I go see it, but I've kind of already ruined that surprise for myself. I don't there's no
Because you've watched it
tricks.
online too many times.
Yeah, exactly.
Then don't watch it online.
I get it.
Don't watch it then.
I know, dude.
But when it's force fed down your throat,
It's not force fed.
It
You
is.
have a fucking choice to push play or not push play.
people these days, their phones are like the Pavlov's dog. You hear it ring, you go to it. You hear a chime, you go to it. You check it, you check it, you check it. It's a habit.
Well,
You
like
just
even
have
on
to.
that note, like you kind of ruin the surprise. Like I've seen other bands that I love like live on YouTube and stuff like that, but you can't really take the feeling, I guess. From
Exactly.
It, you know what I mean? Like
So you can't take a fucking
Yeah.
Facebook live video and compare it to going to the fucking Hollywood Bowl
Yeah.
and seeing Rods do it.
exactly, because I don't lose my shit over Facebook Live. Like I'll go, oh man, that's cool, and then like I'm live, I'm like, oh shit, like this
Yeah,
is great.
it is.
you know?
It's always better, but it's still there.
Yeah.
It's
True,
like,
true.
all the time I'll see people with like their Facebook Live videos at concerts and their thumb or something is on the mic the whole time. It's like you wasted
Don't
your
tell
whole
'em.
time.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah.
The Chili Peppers just went to like camera or like phone free concerts, right?
Well, that started with Doyle, right, Dutchie?
I know Misfits did it. I know
Yeah.
they said that. But you
That's
know what?
good.
And I'm not saying it. You know what, people? When you go to a fucking show, put your fucking phone down.
No kidding.
I'm only 5'5" as it is. Don't put your fucking great big 7-inch fucking screen in front of me.
Right in your
And
eyes.
you're not watching shit. You put it above your head. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Watch the show.
Man.
What's
Yeah.
the difference between watching it like on your phone at home or your computer?
Well, they
than,
want
like,
to
watching
show
it through the
proof that
screen
they're there,
at the
though.
concert?
You got to have proof that you were there.
You don't have to film the whole concert. Though.
Yeah, well,
I
like
know,
a
right?
picture, a picture, maybe a video of one
Yeah, a
song.
picture, yeah.
Okay.
Like 10-second
Yeah,
clips, that's fine.
you're not engaging in what the people are doing on the stage. You're like
You lose it. You
You're-
lose part
you're-
of it.
You're
Yeah.
preempting that you want to see it later, and you're not like engaging in. You're missing. The
You're
point.
missing the fucking
And
show.
90% of
Yeah.
those people
You're
don't go
not-
back and
yeah.
watch it later because
No,
they were
of course
there.
not.
So
Yeah.
the full
Yeah,
full
there's no
experience
reason
isn't
to.
there. It's gone.
You in the Choir Boys,
Yes.
and you mentioned some of the bands you played with, right?
Yes.
Forget who was the biggest. I don't give a fuck who was the biggest.
Yeah.
What was the most fun you had as playing with a band that was supposedly absolute fucking superstars that you ended up maybe you're friends with today still?
I did one stuff. Okay, that's a hard question. But I did a bunch of shows with Guns N' Roses. I did the whole European tour with them, and I got really friendly with those guys. Especially
You probably have some really good Guns N' Roses stories.
Jeez.
Do tell.
You told me you were going to tell me
Yeah.
stories, and
You know
ain't
what?
really.
He has a Guns N' Roses shirt on.
You kind of pussied out a little
I
bit.
drink more wine than I usually do on the show,
Okay,
so we got to
so-
hear Guns N' Roses stories.
All right, so the better stories I have are about my good old friend Lemmy from Motorhead, because when I was a kid, he used to drink at the. He was always at the Marquee and a place called the San Moritz, which was opposite the Marquee, and a pub called the Ship. It was like the Bermuda Triangle of Soho. You went to the Ship.
On Shaftesbury Avenue.
No, on Wardour Street. You went
Oh,
to
the original one.
Yeah, you went to the
Yeah.
Ship, you went to the Marquee, and then you went to San Moritz. And so, if you hung around long enough, you know, everyone knew who you were. And I got really friendly with Lemmy, hence my Lemmy tattoo right
That's
here.
so cool.
Yeah. And so I got this band called the Choir Boys, and then I told Lemmy, because he was a friend of mine, he was like, yeah. I said, hey, Lem, I tell you what, you know, I'm going on tour with this band called the Cherry Bombs, which was the remnants of Hanoi Rocks, and I don't have a spare bass. Could you lend me, you know, do you have anything you could lend me? And he was like, yeah, okay. What's your band called? I said, well, at the time we were called the Queer Boys.
I was just fucking reading that. And I'm like, I think they fucked up.
I
And
knew
it's like,
that. I
Hold
knew
on.
that, but I wasn't. I heard
Hold
that. but I
on,
wasn't
hold
gonna
on.
start,
Let me
yeah.
finish. I said, we're called the Queer Boys. He goes, I think you better change that name. I was like, well, no, it's all right. No, we really like it, whatever. So anyway, he said, come here tomorrow, and I'll have a bass for you. So I go there the next day, you know, at the San Moritz, and he brings down this pink bass. The most like...
That'd be rad.
Yeah, no, rad. Yeah, but it was
neon.
pink. And he goes, that'll suit ya.
Oh, because he thought you were the queer boy.
Oh, God. Yeah, eventually we changed that to the Choir Boys. The reason we changed that to the Choir Boys is because we had a stencil to spray the gear with, you know what I mean? You stencil your amps and stuff.
Right.
And we realized if you could move a few bits of cardboard around, it would become queer, it would become choir. That's the reason we changed our name, because we could save 2p on a bit of cardboard, you know?
Tight bastards.
Yeah, we were. And so anyway, so Lemmy made me this pink bass, and it was like, luckily I never broke a string. I never had to use a damn thing because it was so embarrassing. It was like sparkly pink.
No, that's not embarrassing. It's rad.
Yeah. He goes, that'll suit ya. Yeah, I gave it back to him after the tour was finished anyway. But it was always Lemmy was one of the most, and Lars from Metallica would tell you this stuff too, because Lars followed Metallica around a lot too and got invited. Lars followed Motorhead around a lot and got invited into the inner circle too. And he would tell you this, that when Lemmy liked someone or gravitated towards a type of people, he would like just totally embrace them and give them free reign to run around shows and stuff. And, one of my greatest friends was Lemmy, and he was like one of the greatest guys ever. He would, and Lars will say this too, he would offer up anything for you. You want to go to a show, you want to go anywhere, he would like, yeah, you're on the list, blah, 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 blah.
Did you get to play with Motorhead?
No, I never did, no. But I used to hang out with Lemmy a lot. He was one of the, I can't say enough about the guy. He was one of the greatest guys I ever met.
Yeah.
I met him a few times at the Rainbow, because there was a time in my life where I would be there like once a week, then it went to like a couple times a month.
Sin of the Commission.
And he was the nicest guy. He would talk to me. He'd remember who I was.
He was the most intelligent, and he had the greatest memory. He knew everybody. He knew everything.
Yeah.
As I said earlier about being professional and stuff, he knew everyone's name.
Yes.
He knew what they did, what band they were in.
My hair color would change regularly. He knew who I was. He knew who he remembered. Yeah, he had a good friend, and he meets lots of people, so that meant a lot that he remembered.
So, does listening to his stories and his passion, and you can tell the fucking passion the man's got for music, right? Does that inspire? I mean, just sitting there going, because I'm in awe, sitting there listening to this, right?
Right now.
I'm
It's really
speechless
cool
as well. I mean, I got fucking goosebumps, right? Because I bought that fucking album in 1990, and I got on the train and went to see these guys, and I'm like, yeah, and now I'm fucking sitting here with a boy, and I'm just in awe of that, and I'm just like, it inspires me to do more and more with the platform that we've got here.
You know how good that makes me feel right now that you say that?
No, I don't.
It does. It makes me feel, because we do this show every week and we always have.
I'm telling you, it's like you have no idea.
Well, what I like to say is that I would like to, of all the things I've done and all the people I've met, I'd like to make other bands like you guys grab and feel and get a hold of that and use that for what you want to do. All right, I can only be a conduit to what I have done. It doesn't help you out much, but if you can hear the stories and know what you can do, you've got everything in your hands. So take it and run.
You said that doesn't help him out much. That helps him out because like we were saying during the break.
I'm being humble, I guess.
You're very, very humble. I work with a lot of bands, with the Doll Hut, with the radio, with all kinds of stuff that I do, and there's so much good advice that you have, and you're willing to just give it because you've lived it.
Yeah, I don't think I need to hold it back. I mean, if I can pass it on to people, I think you should take it and run with it. If you can learn something, take it and run with it and make it your own. You know what I mean? And if it's via Lemmy, via me, then hey, yeah, he was the nicest guy I ever met in my life. He lent me guitars. He lent me money. And a whole bunch of other stories. That
Guitars is worth more than money.
Anyway, so my point is that there is a rock and roll fraternity. There is a family. There is things you can learn and take them and use them. That's it. I'm going to shut up.
Get yourself set up with your guitars.
Yeah, please play us a song. I'm going to shut up.
Play us a song.
No, I like when Nigel talks. You have good things to say, Nigel. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com, a beautiful disaster. Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ. Myself, Kat Monroe, and we have Nigel Mogg live in studio. Oh, yeah. And we have a Street Links, and they're going to play Dead Boys Sonic Reducer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this song.
I'll count us in.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
1,
I don't need anyone. I don't need no mom and dad. I don't need no pretty face. I don't need no human race. Well, I got some news for you. I don't even need you to. But I got my time machine and my electronic dream. Sonic reducer, ain't no loser. I'm a sonic reducer, ain't no loser. People out on the streets, they don't know who I am. Well, I watch them from my room. They all just pass me by. But I'm not just anyone. Said I'm not just anyone. I got my time machine, got my electronic dream. Sonic reducer, ain't no loser. Got my sonic reducer, ain't no loser. I'll be your pharaoh soon, rule from some golden tomb. Things will be different there, the sun will rise from there. Then I'll be tippy tall, and you'll be nothing at all. I got my time machine, got my electronic dream. Sonic reducer, ain't no loser. Got my sonic reducer, ain't no loser. Yeah, sonic reducer, sonic reducer. Yeah, I'm a sonic reducer, sonic reducer, sonic reducer.
That was rad. That was totally. We're live on Facebook right now. We have comments. Cool voice, badass, and we're live on
Thank
YouTube
you.
too. But yeah, that was rad. Now, why don't you want to do one of your originals?
Yeah.
We'd love to hear one of your originals. You're live on chaoticradio.com. Beautiful Disaster with Nigel Mogg of the Brutalist.
Yeah.
Hello, Nigel. And Street Links and Dutchie the Legendary Punk DJ.
This is one of our own songs. It's the first original that we have. It's called Foolin'. Let's go! Come on! Body starts shaking in the dead of night, 'cause I was told as a youngin' not to start a fight. Well, the story never goes not to lose control, so I won't miss a beat if I can sell my soul to you. I don't make the best decisions in my life, but I know how to do it, so I do it right. Well, the sickening in my head's a lie. The bona fide panic's keeping me alive. You ask why? I think I'm doing fine. Take a hard chance and open up your eyes. You gotta see that the skies are not gray for you. I see you shaking your head at me, you little girl. You better cut that out, 'cause I ain't fooling you. I see things all around my head, but I'm moving too fast, I can't hear what you said. Hanging on a cliff, I just a thread, and in the skies I'm seeing red. Ask why, I think I'm doing fine. Take a hard chance and open up your eyes. You gotta see that the skies are not gray for you. I see you shaking your head at me, a little girl. You better cut that out, 'cause I ain't fooling. I don't wanna be anybody but me. I don't wanna see your face in the mirror. I'm not gonna say what you wanna be. I won't ever be somebody like you. Now I've fallen, I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'll go or what I'll see with you. So take my hand and lead me through this mess and put this bitter world to its rest. Take a hard chance and open up your eyes. You gotta see that the skies are not gray for you. I see you shaking your head at me, little girl. You better cut that out, 'cause I ain't fooling. I don't wanna be anybody but me. I don't wanna see your face in the mirror. I'm not gonna say what you want of me. I won't ever be somebody.
chaoticradio.com, and you just heard Street Links live with Dutchy, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, and Nigel Mogg
Thank you.
of the Brutalist and Choir Boys.
I fucking loved it. Hey, there's a cajon in the corner. You're the drummer, right?
Yeah.
That's not a giveaway? Not even for a fucking drummer, a big square box?
Cajones are,
All right, fuck it. Leave it there. You're not using it now. You pissed me off.
exactly.
He sang, though. He sang. Yeah.
10 if you want to play another song.
Say again?
You want to play track 10 of ours if we're going to play another song?
Yeah, I do want to play another song, yeah.
Or it'd be track 10.
Let's fucking do
I got
that.
a text from someone.
Okay, they want to hear track 10.
They know what track you can play, but you don't.
I couldn't remember, so I asked them.
I like that. That's teamwork right there.
Yeah.
It's total teamwork.
But no, it's amazing when you talk about what we talked about earlier, just a few minutes ago, having you in the studio. I talk about it all the time with the punk bands because I get to meet punk bands that when in 1977, 78 through 80, as a kid, they were my fucking heroes, and I was buying their vinyl, and I've still got it. It's not 100% confirmed.
So when you were a
but-
kid, the Choir Boys were one of your heroes?
No, that was later on.
Oh, okay.
Time-wise, I'm talking between being 15 and being 27. There's a big difference, right? But my point is this:
So who are you talking about the Clash and the Jam and stuff, right?
right? But
Schwaddy.
going back, shut up. but going back to doing radio now. The weekend that you're playing the Dalek, the 27th, right? Is
Yes.
Memorial Weekend. And on the Friday of that weekend, I got GBH and the Angelic Upstarts coming in the studio.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be
Right.
here for that. Yes.
Right,
We are
two-
going to be interviewing
I mean,
them. It's going to be
two-
awesome.
Two
I probably know some of those guys.
superstar bands.
Well, we've met
you know?
the Angelic Upstarts before. We did a thing with them at the Observatory. It was
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, they're awesome.
And then off to punk rock bowling for 3 days and bumping into people that when I was 15 were my idols and I was looking up at. And now they go, hey, Dutchy, let's have a beer. And I'm like,
Yeah. It does
I
happen.
don't know what to say.
It does
You know?
happen. If you stick around long enough, you're going to run into them.
But
It's a circle, it just
And the
goes,
thing is,
yeah.
and you proved the point yet again, we're all just people.
Yeah.
That I'll never get that out of my system ever. To me, people like you, I bought your records. You are there, and I am down there. It's that
come
fucking
on,
simple.
please.
No, you know what I'm saying. That's the way I look at it.
But after a while, it turns out
Nah, it
there is
doesn't
no
ever
up there.
change.
No, there is no up there and down there. We're all in the same barrel getting swished around, right? We happen to crash into each other every now and then.
Well, we're in a funny, weird little cyclone, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's the running around.
And every now and then we bump into each other.
Yeah,
and it's
you
good.
eventually do. There's no way you're not going to.
Yeah, I guess, but I'll still never get used. I'll still never
Well,
get
I
used to
know.
standing at a show with 3 or 4 of punk's superstars, and I've got all their vinyl.
Do you know Jimmy Percy at all?
Do you know, it's funny because Jimmy used to race greyhounds.
Yeah.
And he raced them at a tiny little shithole stock car stadium.
Was it down in
dog
Kent
track.
somewhere, at Maidstone or something, right?
No, this was a little place called Tongham, just outside of Aldershot.
Oh, okay.
And they gave us the heads up. And when I say it's around the corner, I'm talking a 3-minute walk for me. And everyone said, I got word that Jimmy Percy was racing his dogs down there, so we went down there. And sure enough, he's in this shithole dog track with like a working men's club bar kind of thing. And a bunch of old men, and nobody knew who he was.
Yeah.
So
of course.
Me and my 3 mates went down there and go, Jimmy, I hope you don't mind. Can we talk to you? And he's like, yeah, I don't mind, as long as you don't fucking fuck the night up. So we would go down there and we would start having beers with him. And about 2 years ago, I messaged him on Facebook and go, Jimmy, I used to have beers with you down at the dog track in Tongham. And he's like, fucking hell, I forgot all about that place. But it was greyhounds with 3 legs almost. They were so fucking slow.
What about Charlie Harper at all?
I met Charlie at the Observatory a few years ago. I don't know him, but I met him.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, you talk about a punk rock superstar.
Well, I've known him since I was a kid because I've known him from London.
Who's just friends with everybody. Anyone in the world who walks up to him, he will give you the time of day.
Yeah.
And he's 74 years old now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Let's play track 10. What's the name of track 10?
You Got It.
It's called track 10?
It's called You Got It.
Oh, I thought you meant I fucking got it.
Chaoticradio.com. Beautiful disaster.
Yeah.
You love that, don't you, Kat?
I do. I love beautiful. Why wouldn't I love beautiful disaster? That's where I started with you, Dutchie.
You're right, this one.
Remember meetings at the Ace Cafe. Remember rumbles down Broadway. Get your boots on, get your braces on, it's a bank holiday. Get your boots on, get your braces on, it's a bank holiday. Come on, don't be fucking late.
That's right, we're gonna be you cunt.
From Camden Town, along the old King's Road. From Notting Hill, along to Ladbroke Road. Get your boots on, get your braces on, it's a bank holiday. Get your boots on, get your braces on, it's a bank holiday. Yeah, fucking don't be fucking late. Get your braces on, it's a bank holiday. Get your boots on, get your braces on, it's a bank holiday. You got it, 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 and I'll take it away. You got it, you got it, you want, but you got it, you got it, you got it, take it away, you got it. You got it. I'll meet you there.
Category.com, beautiful disaster. And that was. What was it?
Boots and Braces and Bank Holidays. I don't know the name of the
But
song.
you know
You
what?
said you got it.
Nigel was saying that this is Dutchie's song. I heard the lyrics. I'm like, oh my God, Nigel knows Dutchie as well as I do.
It's called You Got It. Or you could call it Get Your Boots On, Get Your Braces On.
I don't know. I like that. Get your boots. Did you write it?
Yes, I wrote all the lyrics, yeah. I was kind of like referencing back to Remember meetings at the Ace Cafe? Remember Rumbles down Brighton Way? That's
Yeah.
what our dads.
That's the stuff that
That's
talks
what our
about all the
dads
time.
did. That's what our dads did. And then it's like from Camden Town along the King's Road, from Notting Hill down to Ladbroke Grove.
Yeah.
Dutchy
Get your
talks about
boots on,
Notting
get your
Hill and
braces
Kings Road
on.
all the time.
Yeah, we talk about
He
that
does
all the
all
time.
the time.
Especially
Every
the
show,
King's
every
Road.
show,
You know,
yeah.
Well,
because
those are the places we went when we were kids to like just follow around what was going on. You know what I mean?
I got a Bournemouth. Because
I didn't get that in there. Couldn't have enough verses.
right, no, but my old man,
That's Dutchy's
my old
song
man
right
had
there.
a house down in Poole, which is right next to Bournemouth. So we would go down there, so we had somewhere to crash.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and especially once we got wheels, because it was difficult to be cool as fuck when you go on a train.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and get off the other end, and then. So once I got wheels, and I got
What was your first wheels?
we're not counting mopeds, are we?
No, I tell you what mine was.
We're talking cars or
Yeah,
motorbikes?
cars.
Because
What was your first car?
my first car was an Opel Ascona.
Oh, jeez. 1964 Mark III Zodiac.
Oh,
Full
see,
fins, bench seat, automatic, column
my
change.
God.
now we're talking.
2005
Yeah.
Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
Not
why
quite. If you look up the car this man was
Yeah, I
driving,
know, right?
we're talking. You know the American classic cars with the fins on the back and all that shit. That's what this fucker was
Yeah,
driving.
where was the only British car that looked like an American car? And that's why when I used to hang out with the Rockabillys, with the
Oh, that's why they liked you.
Yeah, that's why they like me. I had a lot. Yeah, I was.
Can you give us a lift?
Yeah. I was like, get on me bench seat.
Exactly.
He's with us. He's with us.
Yeah. Right, that's the things that make you cool as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Fucking
know?
hell, with a Mark III Ford Zodiac. I paid 200 quid for it. It was brilliant.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
When did you fucking? This is, I want to go all around the room. When did you realise you was truly into fucking music and you were different from your friends? Because a lot of people ain't into music. Like, I don't know, like me, I'm into fucking music. And I realised I was into music more than them when they called me the music encyclopedia. And I knew every word to every song that was playing, and I was only fucking 9 years old.
Start over there. I don't know.
So I guess I'll go. I mean, when I knew was when, because I had friends who were playing guitar, like trying to learn guitar at the same time I did. I knew I was into music more than them when I was the one practicing for 5, 6, 8 hours a day, and
Yeah,
they
there
were
you go.
just you know playing with it, just like taking it not too seriously.
Yeah, as I said, you got to be fucking professional. You got to
Yeah.
take it as serious as it's a job.
Exactly, and they would just like say, "Hey man, how'd you get so good?" It's like, well, like I don't go out as much, but my craft is getting better. My guitar
Yeah.
playing is getting better, and I would spend hours like learning one song or two songs, and that's, yeah, I think that's when you realize like this is what I want to do, because you surpass what everybody else is saying. They're talking the talk, but you're the one actually putting the work.
You
in.
were playing. Were you playing or singing or doing both?
I started off playing, actually. I started off playing guitar, and then I eventually moved over to bass. And then, but in my first band, I did sing, and then some years went by, I didn't sing. Then now I'm singing again. But when I realized that I had this passion for music that a lot of other people didn't, it's like the same thing. Like I would be practicing a song for like 6 hours a day. It was like really after I got out of high school, and I didn't keep in touch with like any of my friends from high school. I didn't really care to.
Fuck them all, right?
Yeah, exactly. Still. And,
Still.
yeah.
Like family, friends, fuck them all.
Like, but I would like get home from work and I would just play bass until the end of the night and do the same thing the next day. And I used to post a lot of covers on YouTube and Instagram, like every song, like
Covers of you playing.
yeah, like just me
Just
playing
you
a song.
and bass.
Yeah, I
And
did,
singing as well?
no, just bass for at that moment. Yeah.
Were they teaching videos that I could go in and watch? Like, this is how you play Sonic Reducer on bass.
Oh
In
no,
a
it was
sense.
it was just I was doing it for myself really because I had just gotten out of.
But
a
why
band.
were you videoing it?
I don't know. I was just doing it for myself, and I thought other people
But you
might
were-
like it. I don't know.
So, videoing it and posting it, right?
Yeah,
Do you think it's the kind of like I want to be a rock star thing?
No, I think what it was is I wanted to see how I got better over time after practicing 6 hours every.
But you
fucking
could
day.
see that without posting it.
I don't know.
mine was
I-
definitely
You just,
well,
want,
I-
you just
oh,
want to be
no,
a
no.
superstar. That's
No.
all it is. Yes, it
No,
is.
no,
oh,
no.
yes, it is.
No, because a lot of the bands I listen to, like the punk bands, I never saw any girls posting covers. So when I would go to listen to the song and learn how to play it, there weren't any girls. And like for some
Why
reason,
do-
I'm like, I want to post it, so then maybe more girls might.
Why
post
do
it.
we not have more girls, more women doing everything in life? Yet women keep fighting for the equality, and there's nothing stopping people doing just what you did. But then they're not. There's not enough of them there. Why?
That's a good
So
question.
hardwired, man. It's so hardwired into us, like for thousands of years, and at least in Western society.
I'm talking individual women. There's nothing
Oh, yeah,
stopping
yeah.
an individual woman doing exactly what you did. Nothing.
Well, yeah,
Right?
I don't know.
Nothing on an individual basis, but it's just like the society. It's definitely changing more and more now, but like it
'Cause
just hasn't been the way it's been. So I don't. Feel
So
like,
why would it change? I know what you're saying. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know the answer. No one knows the answer.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
You was in it back in the day. How many?
I would say that it's probably that it's their own mind limiting them because of what they've been preconceived, what they're meant to do. You know,
Yeah,
what
you're
I
right.
mean?
You're,
Yeah.
you're exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that it's like they need. I don't have the answer, but they probably need to step up and just do it without the preconceived things that hold them back.
Don't think, just do it.
Just don't think. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like people are just like afraid to break their boundaries in the norm. Like they feel like they have to file themselves under some certain cookie cutter kind of like.
Actually,
a category.
what
You
I
have to be
think-
categorized. Yeah.
What I think it is now is with like all the social media, like people are taking like the selfies and everything, and but it kind of seems like people are asking for approval. Like they need approval for who they
it's
are
like,
and
I have
what
to
they
take
do.
a selfie a certain
And
way. Kind
yeah,
of
if
thing,
it's not up
Be
to
careful
someone
what you
else's
say. They
standards,
got
then
the
it's
queen
not.
of selfies. Right? Be very, very careful.
No, you're probably right. I mean, it's like taking a selfie is just almost fitting into what you're meant to do. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
but it's not just selfies. 'Cause, like I take them too, not a lot, but
Well,
like
why, of course,
it's-
nothing wrong with
it's-
a selfie.
yeah, I do it for fun, whatever.
take one right
We all
now.
love our selfies. Yeah.
No, like I think it's just like people will like do certain things that they need.
You gotta
approval
fit
for.
in,
Like,
yeah. Because they're afraid. Because these days people can be so cruel when you don't fit in,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's
Yeah.
afraid of that. I mean, we see it now with bullying and everything else. You know,
That ain't changed. That's been there for before time began.
no, but
right?
it's worse because now
No,
it's
it's
you
not.
have social media, so it's out there like 3-4 times
It's
more.
like now they have a platform. to, like,
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
and you can
exactly.
hide behind your computer and criticize somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually may be even harder now to
Yeah.
step outside the bounds.
Because you have all
Yeah.
those keyboard warriors waiting to knock you down.
right, which I
And,
hate.
and all you
Oh,
need
yeah.
is just one bad day, and read one bad comment, and you're just like
you're,
what the hell?
You're like,
Exactly.
It's so much more predatory,
Todd.
especially like to girls. Like if I post a cover of something, people will comment on my playing, and every once in a while I get a comment on my hair or my tattoos or whatever. But like with BB stuff, no matter how good she's playing, like half of the comments are about
oh,
her
you look
appearances.
cute, right? Yeah, all that bullshit.
It's not focusing on your music.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
you
exactly.
Want. Yeah.
It's like, all right,
It's
thanks.
frustrating.
I know I'm pretty, but I don't need to hear that all the time.
Exactly.
I posted
Who
a cover
cares?
so you could hear the song. So
yeah.
Do it without pictures.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
kidding, and
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
I do
saying
that
it in a bad
sometimes, yeah.
way. And it's wrong in one respect to say that, right? Because whether you see who's doing it or you don't see who's doing it, it's a combination of everything, But I just wonder if you posted it without.
oh, I have. I've done it before, and someone made fun of my hands.
Well, like I even feel like even if you don't post like yourself, I feel like we live in a society where like if they don't see you, they're like, oh, she's not really playing. Oh, she has somebody
That
else
too.
playing.
That too.
Yeah.
Or oh, it's
Yeah.
just a backing track, and she's not actually doing anything.
Right.
Something like that,
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like at this point, I know a lot of other people take the criticism like a lot harder than I would, but like I know I'm playing, so that doesn't really bother me, and I like how I play, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I know I'm not perfect. I'm not the best bass player in the world, but I like how
Bass
I play. and I'm
players
fine
don't
with
need
it.
to be good, right?
Nope.
No.
I play a little bass, and I'm terrible.
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
There's amazing.
I'm
You know
terrible.
what? There's amazing bass players in the world. Amazing bass
Mike
players
Watt, yeah.
that are better than a guitarist for some of the top bands in the
I
world.
agree.
But the bottom line, I say the bottom line. Who the fuck am I to say that? Some of the most famous, biggest bands of all time, the Ramones being one of them. Bass players play one note at a time and follow the lead guitar.
Yeah, I mean, if it works,
if
it's
it
fine.
works, it works. It's easier to play the bass than it is to play a guitar. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
you know, it's very hard to analyze and dissect a band like that. You can't really do it. You know what I mean? Certain things work, and they work for reasons you don't know why, because they just work. You know what I mean? You can't really dissect it like that. Oh, they're just doing this, they're just doing that. You know what I mean? It either makes the band sound better, or you can't dissect it. You know what I mean?
And the only reason I put it the way I put it is because I'm a very bad bass player.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm
I'll let you off
serious,
for it.
you know.
I'm even worse.
I just
Yeah.
feel, I've said this on many, many shows, I feel blessed that I'm able to get on a stage and perform with the band because I get more of a buzz
And
from
you've
that
had good
than
singers,
anything,
too.
right? Yeah.
You've had really good singers.
But a good thing, my band will ask me to play a song if it's too difficult. They go, come on, it's easy. No, it's too difficult for me. I'm a one-fingered, one fucking note at a time
Use a
bass
pick,
player.
Dutchie?
Do not ask me to do anything.
Use a pick?
Yeah.
See, I don't use a pick. That
You
makes
know,
me
but
worse
it's
than
too
you.
difficult to do that shit.
Unless you've done an end whistle.
Right. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm blessed that I'm allowed on a stage with the band. When I see a good bass player, and I'm talking people like this guy there, you know, that truly are musicians. I'm not a musician. I'm a punk bass player. There's a big difference.
Yeah, but
there's a big difference.
Yeah, but there's something about like taking away like that technical side to the punk thing, which is why punk was so great.
Yeah,
because
exactly. It's raw.
You were robbing that technical side.
Yeah,
which
it's raw.
you can't hide behind. A lot of people are studiously book learn. You know what I mean? Which you can do with music too. And there's something about taking it away and robbing it back down to the basics, which is what punk was.
Have either of you like had bass lessons? Because I never had them, and I think that allows you to be more creative with what you play.
I think if you have a bass lesson, you're being ripped off.
I had bass lessons.
I
for
never
my
had a
ex.
bass lesson. Yeah.
I had
I think if you
I
can't
love-
learn it yourself,
Yeah.
right? But then you know what? Again, I met Mike Watt for the first time and saw Mike
he's
Watt
phenomenal.
play. I don't think that man would ever give a lesson or took a lesson. I think he's
No,
probably the
he's
most
just
natural
natural,
bass
yeah.
player in the fucking world.
Natural.
Well, like it's almost like you're force fed, you know. Like you learn these things in class, and they say, okay, you got to play this, you got to learn this, and next week, you know, we'll practice it, and you got to play it exactly that way. You know?
Well, then you're going to be stuck with that kind of in the
Yeah.
notion in your head is that's the only way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like you can do anything you want. You know
Plus,
what I mean?
like you're learning it that way that person wants you to learn it. So basically, you're just a clone of how they play.
yeah, you're parrot fashion.
I mean, I'm in the opposite train of thought.
Really?
Yeah, I'm super studious. Like every day I'm doing my vocal warm ups, I'm doing my guitar warm ups, I'm doing my drum rudiments and stuff, and like I don't know, it helps me out. It makes me more creative because I feel like, at least with drummers, if you're not studying out of work, if you're not practicing, you kind of fall into this trap of only playing the same 3 or 4 beats.
Well,
so it's really important.
I
to
kind
be
of
diverse.
concur with that because, like, I did take guitar lessons at Chaffey College like 3 years ago, and I told the guys like, hey, I'm not the best guitarist, but I do know how to play. It's like, but sight reading, I'll be like the most like beginner guitarist like when it comes to sight reading. I'll be, like,
Right.
Ding, ding, you know, like hitting one string and like
Well,
fingering one note.
The great story was that Randy Rhoads from Ozzy Osbourne's band, one of the greatest guitar players ever, would go to a new town on tour and go find a guitar teacher from that town and take a guitar lesson. Even though he was the greatest guitar player,
Just for the experience.
just in case he learned something new. By complete freak, he would learn a new technique or something he never thought of. So you can always learn. There's-
Yeah,
you
You
don't
know,
know
I'm
everything.
gonna get out of what we're doing here, but keeping the same thing because I teach for US Soccer. I'm a coach for United States Soccer, and this weekend I was in Laguna Niguel teaching.
Does it hurt you to say soccer?
No,
Okay.
I've been here 26 years.
All
We
right.
love
it
soccer.
wears off after a while. Don't worry about it.
Especially when they fill my
It
pockets
hurts
with
me
dollars.
when he says soccer because I know I have no idea what he's going to be talking about.
But we were talking about. Someone asked me, "How did you become an instructor for US Soccer?" And it was simple that I'd already got very high licenses, but there was 2 instructors that just blew me away. Every time I watched them do a training session with 20 players, I learned something new. So every time I knew they were going to be teaching, I went, and they went, "Why the fuck are you here? You've got a license 2 levels above what you're watching." And I'm like, yeah, but every time I come here, I learn something new. So, and when you have that passion to learn, whatever it be, whether it be teaching soccer or whether it be learning the guitar or singing or playing chess or whatever the fuck it is, if you've got that passion and you go and want to learn, you will learn and you will be a better whatever it be through that.
If you're closed off, you won't learn anymore.
Always be a student.
You know?
Yep. Absolutely.
Nigel, you said to me before, fucking hell.
Shit, what have I done?
No, you just said I could tell stories forever and ever and ever. And we haven't told enough. And
We got 10 minutes.
Or we've got
Half an hour.
whatever we want.
Yeah, okay.
I own
We're
the
staying
station.
late. I already know. Yeah.
Right. If you guys want to stay.
Can you
another
guys stay a little
after,
later?
I don't know if you got to
I'm
get
not
back.
going anywhere. I'm
Right,
fine. Go on. What do you want to know?
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know the question to ask when you say, when a man like you has been around the world and done what you're doing and you tell me I've got stories, then you tell me a fucking story.
Yeah, tell us a story, and then we have some more street links.
And it's difficult when you put someone on the spot and say, well, tell me a story. You go, oh, fucking hell, I've got
Hey,
so many
he's
of
the
them.
one who said he had stories. So.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to step at the plate now.
Yeah, exactly. Now time to bat.
Jeez.
We started talking before and he went, you know what? No, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, I walked in. He
I'm
says,
not
I
going to
have
tell you.
stories. I was like, we got to hear the stories now.
No, I'm not going to tell you now because we're going to be, I'll tell you when we're on here.
Do you
Well,
want to
I
hear
mean-
groupie stories or what? Just tell us a story. Tell us a story.
Groupie stories is just not cool.
They're too
It's just-
easy.
That's
Okay,
just
tell us a
rubbish.
story.
Well, I used to live. Okay, fuck. Where do I start? Okay, so I was at school. I was like 15. I played in this band called the Wigs at school, right? And these guys I was playing with were the older boys at school, right? So I was like a younger kid, and they had this singer who now is a big TV personality in England called Keith Brymer Jones, who runs a pottery show in England.
Okay, now,
But
Okay,
that-
can I do the Wigs still play?
I don't think they do, but these were these guys I was in a band with at school, right? So I was like 15. I was very young. The singer, who became this great pottery guy on TV, I used to know this band called the Stingrays. So we used to open for the band called the Stingrays, the Guana Bats, the Meteors, the Tall Boys, Restless, the Polecats.
I've heard of quite a few of those bands,
Yeah.
actually. I know quite a few of those bands,
so
yeah.
I was right in very young at this psychobilly kind of thing that I used to play with.
That was new then.
Where it was, and then we used to play at a place called the Clarendon, which was in Hammersmith. There was a little venue downstairs, and upstairs was a place called the Clarendon. It was downstairs and the upstairs. And then so they used to record the upstairs shows. It was called, and the albums are quite collectible. They're called Rockin' the Clubfoot live from the Clarendon. And you can pick those up, and they've got like all those psychobilly.
Did you say
bands.
Malcolm McLaren?
No, they're called Rocking the Clubfoot.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I thought I
it's
heard
my
more.
accent. I'm sorry. So I used to play very young at these with all these like crazy, very scary psychobilly guys. Man, these guys were like,
Yeah,
the
the big
hair and
pompadours and
yeah, and there was a bunch of guys called Scooter Boys who ran all the. They were like mods, rockabilly's mods on scooters. It was quite a scary.
Well, that's what it
scene.
is, right? Mods were scary.
Well, there was these guys called Scooter Boys who were like rockabillys that rode scooters. So I used to run around with these guys, and I was like 15 or 16. So that was kind of scary. And then I moved on to like going to see the Damned and like fucking hanging out with all these other crazy people, meeting Lemmy and stuff, and hanging out with the Sam Moritz and hanging out with Razzle. Razzle from Hanoi Rocks used to live up the street from me. So I'd see this guy walking down the street. He was about 6'6", pink, blue hair, walked down my street.
And what year was this?
Jesus, I can't even remember. It was in 86 or 87, probably. No, maybe even early, 85 or 84.
So right in the prime time, yeah.
Yeah, so this band, Hanoi Rocks.
Did you ever go out to Helsinki?
No, I didn't.
No.
Well, actually, I have been there. I've played there, but that was later on.
Right.
Yeah, but so this band, Hanoi Rocks, hit the scene in London. And they would open for the Damned. I'd go see the Damned. And like Johnny Thunders. We opened for Johnny Thunders. We opened for Guns N' Roses. We opened for the Lords of the New Church. We opened for... I did all these shows at
So many bands. Do you guys even know what bands he's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But anyway,
good.
but what's so funny is at the time it didn't seem that kind of weird. It was like, oh, you do this, you do that, and that's just the way it went. But I don't think nowadays the opportunities we had are open to you guys. There's not so many big bands you guys can open for, you know what I mean? We were just really lucky that we just were like, bam, 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 we can open for all these guys, you know?
It's more of like a hierarchy now. Like, you gotta kind of like go through the ranks, and like once you're noticed enough,
Yeah.
then
Right.
you're like, okay, now.
Because with the internet too, now everybody knows everything, and it's like there's certain bands around here that, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, they're overplayed because they play everywhere with everybody, so it's not special when you like. Okay, I'm gonna compare it to this. My first job I had was when I was 16. Before I was 16, I got hired at Disneyland. It ruined the magic. It's like the same thing. You know, you work with all these big bands, and everybody's playing with them. It's not special anymore. It's not like it's a special band that like when you used to play, Nigel. You know, it's a little different now.
It's like Imagine Dragons should be huge, and they should be huge for a long time because they got all these radio hits, but they're playing them so.
Oh God, you're talking Imagine Dragons. Okay, yeah. Just saying.
I'm not a big fan of them.
My 24-year-old loves. My 20-year-old loves Imagine Dragons.
I don't know who they are.
Just turn on the radio for 10 minutes.
They're a newer hipster band. Yeah, my kid likes them.
So here's a question: Who is?
Yeah, I don't like.
Thank you, Dutchie. Yeah, thank you.
Here's a question: Who is the big new band around town? Who's the big new thing?
Man, well,
Silence. See that?
I wouldn't know because like
Dude, you're
Around
asking the
here?
million-dollar question.
I mean, around just.
A lot of
in
people
general.
are talking about that Greta Van Fleet right now.
What
Greta
band?
Van Fleet. Yeah, but they're Led Zeppelin. You know what I
I've
mean?
never heard of Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet.
No.
yeah,
You should look them up. They're pretty
I don't
good.
think they sound like Led Zeppelin.
What?
Maybe
Who
that's
else?
why I
Yeah,
haven't heard of
they
them because I don't like.
What else we got? What else we got? What else we got?
With me, like I'm kind of like very broad, and like I've gotten very modern, like with my taste. So I've gotten into like a lot of the modern punk bands.
Like who?
Like
Yeah.
like
Give me
we're,
example.
we're talking like maybe like Asking Alexandria, like stuff like that, like super modern, like hardcore. It's different. It's a different.
Now these
world,
guys
It's
playing
totally
around.
different. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a totally different world.
21
And-
Pilots might be another one.
21 Pilots is not punk.
No, they're
Just
not.
big. They're big.
Right, but they're like a rock group.
Yeah,
Yes.
but are they good?
I think they're right
They're
catchy
popular.
stuff.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
popular.
They're popular.
I mean, I like good music. I don't care who they
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
I'll go see it if it's great. I want to know. You know what I mean? I've just kind of felt like
They're very different.
They're popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like I can't keep up, and I don't know what's
There's
going
too
on
many.
anymore.
I'm bigger in the local scene and the DIY bands. I can tell you a really good band in Australia, but the ones on the radio, I don't know. I don't know this band.
There's so many subgenres too. Like you can't really just like nail it down to like hard rock punk anymore because now there's just like all these little
Right.
categories that branch off
Right.
of it. So
There's too many. Yeah, too many.
So, okay, here's a question: What was the best band, the last great band you saw?
the last
Ooh,
great band.
silence.
Okay, so I have two answers. The last great band from like my childhood, like that I was raised with from my dad's music and like everybody else was Iron Maiden.
Right.
And I saw them July 1st last year.
Okay.
In Glen Helen. That was amazing. The last other like modern band that I saw that I listened to now.
I hate to cut you guys off. We're gonna have to continue this after break. We have to take a break, and we're gonna go do another half an hour. So I'm sorry.
Right, no
Save
worries.
it. Save it.
because
I want to
Save
hear
it.
it.
Come back to it.
I want bated breath for this.
Bookmark.
Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger.
Tell me, that is a cliffhanger. The best
Cliffhanger.
bands. Oh,
Yeah, cliffhanger. Chaoticbeer.com, Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Kevin Rowe. And we have Nigel Mogg and the Street Links in studio. We'll be back in about 6 minutes. Chaoticbeer.com. Meow. Uh-huh. Are we good? No. Yes.
Sailing away on the crest of a wave, it's like magic. Oh, rolling and riding and slipping and sliding, it's magic. And you and your sweet desire, you took me. Oh, higher and higher, baby.
my music wasn't up. for this. So when I went to play it, everyone started fucking talking, and there was no music.
That's okay. I'll make sure you get things like stuff.
No, I'll just edit it out. It's not a biggie. Not a biggie at all. So we're on commercial now. We'll be back in 3 minutes. I can add another fucking couple of commercials.
It sounds like a bunch of other stuff I've heard though as well, right? Yeah, the production value is very similar to a lot of other stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they kind of like stay in the same pool too, you know what I mean? Like all
Yeah.
the same.
Oh yeah, I'll
But
tell you.
the thing I found funny is no one sounds really different. Like, really different with that whole like other sound, you know?
We gotta bring this guy back.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
Really?
The 21 Pilots are really like the only band I've heard on the radio at all that's doing anything different.
Who's that?
Different, yeah. The 21
21 Pilots.
I'll check it out, yeah.
They're like,
You got a light on you.
nah, I don't.
Yeah, that's my lighter. I'm gonna put this away. Bottles go in the trash can.
Yeah, it's very good.
Or you go collect your 10 cents.
Hey Nigel.
Nigel, Dutchie's calling you.
Simple question. Simple question.
Yes.
Spurs or Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Fucking
I live
wank.
closer. Well, I had a 50-50 chance to get my head kicked in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
was
was like, you know, when you used to walk down the street, and go, "What team do you support?"
I had a season ticket at White Hart Lane.
It was like,
I
you
know,
the
yeah.
old headbutt on
Yeah,
your nose.
exactly, yeah.
Well, I just, you know, so I lived in Wood Green, so I was right between Arsenal and Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know, Finsbury Park for Tottenham.
Yep.
And,
Exactly,
White
yeah.
Hart Lane for Finsbury Park for Arsenal and,
And then
White
Highbury.
Hart Lane for Tottenham.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was right in the middle. So it was like, oh, fucking hell, here we go. You know what I mean?
It's funny
Here
because
we, you know when you go, you know when
Yeah.
someone goes, Arsenal, and you go, here we go.
I know. It's funny. It's funny
50-50 chance.
talking about what I was talking about earlier. I played for Aldershot. You know.
Oh, football,
Yeah,
soccer.
and I never made it into the first team, but I was there for 4 years. I played through the youth team, played for the reserves. But it was right when punk was exploding, and I
It was
was
all very
fucking-
violent back then, wasn't it?
Fucking
hell,
hell,
man. I used to do a lot of running away.
Oh, you talk that story. We should talk a little bit about that. Did a lot of running
it was
away.
like, I wasn't really a fighter, so I didn't really get involved.
I'd be at the back
But you
going,
couldn't
"Fuck
help being
off,
involved.
fuck off."
You couldn't help being involved.
I know,
You
yeah.
were just there.
You were
know
there.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you like that song, Get Your Boots On?
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote a song, and I got it from the one thing that we had it's based off of that, so I'll probably try recording it here tomorrow and I'll send it to you guys, and then you can tell me what I wrote.
There's bad radio, good radio, and chaotic radio. In that order.
Woke up this morning, I was feeling fine, but this cat starts banging, man, what a swine. So I called reception, but to no avail. That's why I'm telling you this sorry tale. It went bang, I said shut up. It went bang, I said wrap up. Well, I'm aware that the guy must do his work, but the poor driver man drove me berserk. He said, Captain, I said what? He said, Captain, I said what
you want?
Said Captain, I said what? I said Captain, I said what you want?
Once a lifetime, twice a day. If you don't
So, who in this room knows that? I know Nigel knows, right?
Oh, come on, that's a given. That's a
I
given.
went outside. I said, "Say Captain." Nigel's like, "I know that song."
Yeah. Captain, what you want?
Chaotic radio is what we call ourselves, right? And I'm kind of quite fucking proud of it. I didn't come up with the name.
I'm very proud to be part of Chaotic Radio.
We were talking about it earlier. Me and you was talking about that earlier on. The Damned. Do you know the Damned?
Yeah.
You do?
Two shake their head. One says no. And one says yes. Sorry.
You've never heard of a band called the Damned?
No.
Never.
All right, leave now. You can't play acoustically again. Well, you can. You can play as you did on YouTube. That's how you're playing today. The Damned were given the title of the band, the first band in the world to release a punk single.
Yes.
In 1976, and the song was
New Rose.
New Rose.
Wow, you both. This is the first guest that has it right with Dutchie.
You.
So the Damned is
Recorded at Parkway Studios.
See now it's,
Bonus points.
yeah, big bonus points.
I got
By,
Rose, I got it
and the
good.
producer was... Oh,
You know the song though,
Who
right?
was the
Yeah.
producer? Who was the
I
producer?
can't stop to mess around.
Nigel knows
I
the
got a
producer.
brand new rose in town.
Yeah.
Do you know how to play it on the bass?
Fuck,
Vic.
I can't think of it right now.
I'll teach you afterwards. Because I played an old school cover
Nigel
band.
knows.
and
Nigel knows.
That's you know what? That's one of my favorite fucking.
We have to do
songs
a show
sing.
called Nigel
Yeah.
Knows.
yeah, you could
That'd
do.
be rad. Nigel
So yeah,
knows.
so the band The Damned and Captain Sensible was in The Damned, but he went solo for 2 or 3 songs, and crazily, you know what the British public are like. We lap that shit up.
Yeah.
That song went to #1. Every fucking person in the country was singing it. If someone said I said captain,
Say what?
then exactly. Yeah.
Say what you want.
And what was the other song he did?
Oh, you're pushing me now.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, another one after that.
Happy talking, happy talk. Talk about things you like to do. So yeah, I mean, so it was huge, fucking huge. Anyway, that was The Damned.
My other guess was the B-52s.
No, that was completely 100%
Dude, all I
wrong.
Yeah, I kind of get the.
Kind of similar.
Not
Nothing
really.
like it.
Not
Oh,
really.
okay.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
I mean, at least on that song, you got like the high pitch,
He's
like
like,
chick
yeah, I
singing
can
like
see
call
it
thing,
now.
and then
That's
the
not-
deep pitch dude.
Not like neat or
That's yeah.
Say what?
No, I get it now. I get with the
Yeah,
girls
what you
singing in the
want?
background.
Yeah.
Oh, is that you know what? Yeah,
The girls in the
maybe,
background were the
yeah.
Dolly mixtures.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So here we go. We're past our 2 hours, and it goes really fucking quick once
But
we
you
get past
only
2
do
hours.
this if you really, really like the band.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to
You
say.
know-
If he doesn't like the band, he's like, get out of here.
We're done. It's been good. We're having
Yeah.
commercials early. You can fuck off. Seeing though you are all set up, get your guitar back off the floor, son.
Come on.
Now I want you to play New Rose by The Damned.
That sounds like
Yeah.
when the kids are in school and they have a test. They got a
Ooh,
pass.
I like it.
Do you know it? You
no.
do, but yeah, I'm not going to put you on the spot to play it. That's a fucking sure. I want you to play your own stuff because you're a great fucking band.
Yes, you are.
We need to play another one off of here, off of your music.
Do you have any chance, like, can you, like, get on YouTube or anything on there?
Possibly.
Okay, because the other song that I sent you, we already played it.
What do you have on YouTube?
If you look up Whatever by Streetlinks.
How's the is it live?
No, it's also studio. Okay. I should have sent everything looking back.
You're listening to chaoticradio.com, Beautiful Disaster Duchy, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Nigel Mogg
Yep.
of many bands and Streetlinks. And what do I look? Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing this live, so I'm gonna
let's
push
hear
play
it.
right now and see what happens. Let's see.
What are we doing?
Pushing live, whatever she told me to. Wait, my volume's not up.
Whatever she told me to.
Well, we can play a song and then listen to it.
Yeah,
after,
play a
maybe.
song and I'll do it after. 'Cause This
Okay.
is taking. I'm. Yeah.
Yeah. Dragging all night to nether lights. Nobody's home but us tonight. Nothing to fear, nothing to lose. Light it up, drink your booze. Gimme, 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 gimme. High energy rock and roll. Gimme, 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 gimme. Take it heavy or take it slow. Turn it up, it's too low. But I ain't one to bitch and moan. Intentions clear, no need to shout. Pick you up and shake you. Fuck. Gimme, 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 gimme. To the nice speed of sound. Gimme, 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 gimme. Rockin' all when we come round. Sing a song without words. Talk a lot or not at all. Scream my name when you get lonely. Hey, feel emotions you don't know.
CaoticRadio.com. That was Streetlinks Live. What's the name of that song?
That's Gimme Gimme.
Gimme. And I have whatever queued up. Are we off mute, Dutchie?
Sorry?
Are we muted or are we good?
What do you mean? Are we
For
muted?
whatever, for Streetlinks. I have
Oh,
it
no,
queued
you're
up.
going to play the music.
I believe so.
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
You got it, yeah. CaoticRadio.com. Beautiful disaster.
No communication, that tongue is tied. I'm a deviation when you swallow your pride. You're a penetration to the heart and soul. Bowing down to a world that you don't know. I see where you stand, stepping on the toes of a mechanical man. Shaking down till you get the blues. Now how do you like the world you chose? Where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna hide? Twisting my words, leave me out to dry. I'll break on through. You won't get whatever you want. Whatever you want. All your accusations that you made for me, without hesitation, I won't ever plea. I'm a violation to what you hold true. And if it helps, you never had a clue. I see where you stand, stepping on the toes of the mechanical man. Shaking down till you get the blues. Now how do you like the world you choose?
And that was Street Links with whatever. That was badass.
Thank you. That's a
You're a
scary
badass girl. Just gotta say it.
You are.
song. Thank you.
You know you are, though, don't you?
Yes.
And do you?
That's good. That's a good thing.
Do you play on that? Knowing now, fucking, you got that confidence, and you're like, fuck everyone. and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
doing-
yeah, totally.
It's a big time of any band, whether it's a man or a woman. If you go up there as a fucking and you ain't got that confidence, then we don't believe that you're going to be good. And even if you are, we don't believe it, even if we hear it. Compared to seeing a band who fucking cares and knows they're good.
Yeah, well, even if there's like 2 people in the crowd or there's 100, we put on the same exact show.
I witnessed it. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I witnessed it. Yeah.
We played to my dad, my boyfriend, his wife, and Kat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you rocked.
Yeah.
And they did, yeah. That's why they are here, because they rocked, yeah.
The
It's stuck in
sound
my
guy
mind.
with the sweet mohawk.
That's Kyle.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Where can we see your band coming up?
Well, we're playing April 4th at the 3 clubs in Hollywood.
That's a Wednesday night, right?
I don't know.
No, it is.
Oh, okay, that's a Wednesday night. And then May 27th at the Doll Hut, right?
Yes.
Yes. May 27th
With
Doll Hut.
Street Links
With
as
these
a
guys.
direct support.
Yes.
That's going to
Damn.
be a rad show.
What day of the week is that? Please tell
Sunday.
me.
Sunday.
Oh, it's the Memorial Weekend.
Sunday.
Yes.
They're playing at 8.
I'm going to be in Vegas.
I might.
So are you.
I might have to come home early. Crap.
Yeah. see?
Sound guy with the mohawk, I think, is playing in Vegas too that night. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to be in 2 places at once somehow.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I have to see your fucking band, dude. I
Yeah.
have to see your
I
band.
can't wait. Yeah.
I think you'd like it.
Oh, I already know I do. You know, I mean, you've got a great lineup. You mean you've got a lineup of names, people.
That was, not on purpose.
Does that
It
matter
doesn't-
though?
it doesn't-
Does that matter? Or is it just the musicians?
It does matter and it doesn't matter. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter at all. But at the same time, when you look at a band and you go, this fucker was in the Choir Boys, right? And you read about them and you go, this fucker was in the LA Guns, and you read about it and you go, well, right there, you're telling me that these fuckers know what they're doing. They're serious with their music and you know they're going to be good. Now I'm listening to their music beforehand and I fucking love it. So what are they going to be like fucking live? Come on.
Right?
We're pretty good.
You know,
That's what I think of it when I see it.
we're talking professional musicians.
Yeah,
Right?
well, you got, we take it very seriously.
Yeah. And you know you're going to hear that sound when you go up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, thank you.
Where are you going to be playing in the next 6 weeks or 2 months?
We'll be playing with Nigel
Yeah.
at the Doll Hut on
Yes,
May
woohoo.
27th. But then we also might have another show that isn't announced yet in April that we just booked we've been here. So
Awesome.
But yeah, we'll
They just
see.
hit us
Love
up.
that.
We're like, hey, you want to play this?
I don't want to say anything until it's announced, but it'll be in Long Beach if it happens. So
How often do you play?
at
3,
least
4,
once
5
or
times a
twice a month, 3 times a month maybe.
Depends on
More
how
than
much.
that.
All right, so I'm
together.
going to go back now and I'm going to fire one at you, and you say you're serious about being superstars and rock stars. Playing twice a month ain't going to do it for you.
No.
For sure. Well, this is like the first time we've all been in the state. I've been gone for a while.
Where you been? What'd you do wrong?
I was decorating the malls for Christmas, and so that was like
That was
Yeah.
don't fucking give me.
no,
this.
it's a
It's
4-month.
fucking April. It's
right.
Easter
April,
next
yeah.
week.
Exactly. And I just moved into our lockout space. So we have a space now, which is nice because I was driving 2 hours to Asperia to practice, and we were recording the EP. And so now we have the EP out. We're all in the same state, and like we have the space. And so
You better do something. You
It's-
better get serious because you're too
Game
good
on.
not to. It
Yeah.
would be wasted if you didn't.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of bands that are good enough that waste their fucking time. And
Oh, yeah.
a lot of people around them. Would you agree? You've been
Yes.
there.
Yeah, you gotta,
know?
you gotta really concentrate.
It's only the bands that really, really, really want to do it that are going to do it. And
Because
you
it can all slip by so quickly. You can maybe have one song that people like, and then suddenly it's all gone. You got to back it up and have other stuff coming up. And
got any
be-
major regrets?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking up the first time.
Was that with the
Yeah,
Choir Boys?
Yeah.
you guys want to rehearse tomorrow?
It's so crazy. You can you quote that one more time?
Fucking it up the first
because you
time,
mentioned it and it's like for me, I'm not a musician. I'm not in a band trying to make it, but I see so many barely make it, and for me, it's heartbreaking to watch them.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff happen very quickly, and we all took it for granted, and then it slipped through our fingers.
What about you as an individual? Because you're saying we as a band and we. Is there anything that... Was it the band around you, a combination of everything, you as an individual, what would you as an individual change from that moment when you went from releasing a great album and that album taking off, right, to doing to having 4 good hit singles and then embarking on a US tour and then that stardom, that 15 minutes of fame not turning into longer. What did you do wrong?
I probably should have taken control more. You know, you like there's personalities in bands, and those can be very difficult. And it's about like trying to control those and trying to convince people to do the right thing and to concentrate and to step up and stuff. And you can let it slip by so easily. Before you know it, it's just gone slip through, like sand slipping through your fingers. You know what I mean? And so we, the band's still going. They're still playing. It took a 10-year break and then get back together again. I was in it from 2000 to 2005. I quit in 2005. They're still going. They're still making records. But there didn't need to be that 10-year break in the middle.
Right.
Which was all everyone's fault.
You happy where you're at now?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I can't be more happy.
Your music's fucking great, man.
Well, thank you very much.
It's fucking great.
Thank you very much.
You know, it's... wouldn't you want to be doing that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know?
At my age.
At any age. You know what? Here's the thing I've learned. At any fucking age.
It doesn't matter.
I'm 55. I'm out there on a soccer field with these people doing this shit. I'm in the studio doing this. I'm on a stage with the band. Fucking hell, I don't feel 55. I feel 25.
You were even talking about like Lemmy and everything. He was doing it for like ever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Really, age doesn't matter if you want to do it.
Can I ask you how old you are?
I'm 22.
22.
Wow.
Babies.
You've got a whole fucking
My
life
daughter's
in front of you,
older
you know
than that.
what?
My daughter's 24.
You're the same age as my daughter. And so I can relate to what she does in life and what you do in life. And she's not a music person. Not like I am.
Yeah, well, just don't let it slip through your hands. Just keep at it and keep concentrating.
Yeah, you're young enough to fuck up a couple of times at least, if not 5 or 10.
But you know what? But, you don't get... No, that's not actually right, because you don't have a chance to fuck up. You can't
Not
fuck up.
when you get serious, you don't. No.
Yeah, but like I've been kicked out of bands for being too serious, which is kind of ridiculous. Like I would be like, "Oh, let's."
Well, they were the wrong bands to be. They were the wrong bands to be in.
Yeah, there's a reason. Yeah.
It's not ridiculous.
No, not at all.
It's the learning curve of knowing where you're going to land and where your fit is. You know.
So like I'm really happy with where I am now with this band. So I'm glad that I got out of that to create Street Links.
Yes, there you go.
So.
Where'd you record your stuff? Oh, you've recorded an EP, which we've got.
Yeah.
What's next?
Hopefully another. I think we're going to try recording a single.
Yeah, we're single. We'll probably get done in the next month or so.
Yeah.
And then music video for Blackout. We're going to get out soon.
Yes.
Play a bunch of shows.
What's your... Because I don't know. I've never been in the music industry as far as in a band and what you do. I wouldn't say I give advice, right? But take a look at a band like this band, beautiful fucking band, great music. What's more important for a band like that? Is it releasing music now, or is it doing live shows, or is it a combination of both?
It's a combination of both, but I think the one thing the record industry has changed so much in the past 10, 15 years is that what they can't take away from you is playing live, because they can't, file share your live shows because you have to turn up and play. So I think the main ammunition you got is to go out and play live.
Yeah. I think we want to look at booking, either hopping on a tour in the fall or booking.
When you say hopping on a tour, what do you mean by that? And I'll give you, before you even answer me a question, I've seen so many bands come in who go, I'm on tour, and they go
Everybody's
on
on
some
tour.
bullshit fucking tour playing at dive bars in front of 6 people. So I say don't do that.
You think it's a waste of time?
Don't call it a tour just because you're driving 100 miles in between shows.
So that's what I mean. Like, we would either do a self one where it would probably end up being a bunch of clubs like that, or we can find a slightly larger band that's playing 500 person venues.
Right.
And that's would be our ideal thing, is to hop on a gig like that where a lot of we would put in the work, but a lot of the booking agents and things are kind of already in place.
BB, you mentioned about the pay to play stuff, and you don't want to do it.
No.
No one does, right?
No.
But you have to.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why we still do it.
If you want to get on, right, and it didn't exist back.
Sometimes,
it didn't exist back in his day. I don't think.
No,
Maybe
in
it
the
did,
80s
right?
is when it came
Right.
about. The 80s
But-
and Sunset in Hollywood, yeah.
but,
That's when it was big, yeah.
I don't disagree with it, and I don't agree with it. But you know what? If you can play,
It helps a lot. We
exposure wise,
yeah. We opened up for Doro at the Whiskey Go Go back in September this past year, and it was a full crowd. And we didn't think that anyone would come before she even went on, and we gained so much fan base from that.
Did you have a merch table?
No, we don't have merch yet.
So there's
You
one
don't
of
have
the.
merch
Here's
yet?
one of the. Here's one
No
of the.
CDs, nothing?
So here's
No.
one of the biggest
Ah.
things. It took you by surprise, right?
Yeah.
That you had a lot of people watching. they were all going, "Oh my God, this band's fucking great." Now, I'll tell you what, when I go to a show like that and I see a band like you, the first place I head for is to go and buy a CD and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And a sticker and whatever else they have. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's always the music. You just played half hour of music. I want to buy it. You don't have it to sell.
As long as you don't lose it in the Uber.
Fuck off.
Before you even get to the Uber at the venue, sorry,
That sounds
Dutchie.
like experience.
Hey,
right there.
at least I'm supporting the bands by giving
You
it.
did.
I
You
bought
did.
every fucking CD for that band.
There was a band that he liked, and we went to a show, and he really liked the band, and he went and he bought all the CDs, everything they had, he bought
And
it,
left
and
them in
then
the Uber.
10 minutes later, he was like, I don't know where
I
I put
lost
it
him.
at the club before he even got in
It's the thought that
yeah,
counts.
yeah.
It's the love of the business.
But he
I
loved it so
support
much,
my
he bought it
bands.
all, yeah.
Yeah,
Tell them our plan.
But that's part of the learning curve, because then you got to figure out, okay, we're going to bring stuff and figure out and set it up, and it's part of the learning
But
curve.
it is, and again, it's amazingly fucking great to have 22-year-olds in the studio who are embarking on the journey. And a man like this who's fucking
It's perfect.
played to 77,000 people, Monsters of Rock. Oh, well, you've been on tour with...
77,000?
I've been on tour
That's
with
a lot.
Guns N' Roses and Bon Jovi. And you know what?
I know, the name just
I
go
love
on and
how
on.
humble you are,
Well,
you
thank
know?
you.
And you talk about it in the most amazing fucking way,
Well, thank you.
Have you called a friend to play another track? Because if you haven't, I'm just going to play another track.
Just to put the first one on.
The first one.
Yeah, go on.
The first one that comes to end? Or the first one?
First
Because
one.
if it's the first one, it must be good because you're opening your
Yeah.
album with it, right?
Yeah.
Chaoticradio.com, beautiful
All right, hang on,
disaster.
don't get in front of yourself. You do this every time, and then we have fucking seconds of nothing. All right?
Bit of Dr. Phil for you.
I don't believe a word. I don't believe a word. Don't believe a word you're saying. And you can say it's true. You can say it's true. The whole world's watching. Don't know what you heard. Life becomes so blurred. And I don't believe a word. And now you're begging me. Now you're begging me. And I gotta stop this problem. And no, you need to go. No, you need to go. Go and feed your lonesome. Want you out of sight. Want you out of mind. Now go. I don't believe a word. Now that I am free, what's it gonna be? Now that I am free from the chapter that you still calling me, you still calling me, and the phone's just erupting, cut you off the line. Now I'm feeling fine 'cause I'm free. I don't believe a word. I don't believe a word. Don't believe a word. Don't believe a word you're saying. And you can say it's true. You can say it's true. But the whole world's watching. Made a big mistake.
I don't believe a word.
Don't believe a word. By the Brutalists.
Thank you.
And that's you, Nigel, singing, right?
Huh?
That's you singing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you.
How is it now being a singer? Do you not play an instrument at all? You're just singing?
I played bass all my life.
No, but when you're playing with this band, you don't have an instrument on your body.
I hung up on. I
Is
even screwed a thing in the wall like those where you hang those up,
Right.
hang my basses up, and go. I'm done with the bass.
How is it being on a stage without having a guitar hanging off your body, though?
It's fucking great.
I always wonder
It's
that.
fucking great. I had a 10-pound piece of wood around my neck for 30 years. And it did my shoulder in. I used to play Thunderbird, was back down low. I was leaning over like a monkey, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, this fucking thing's killing me. And I'm so glad to be shot of it.
Do you ever think about getting rid of your bass and getting a bass player in so you're just a frontman?
I like bass too much, but I always wonder what it would be like.
Do it.
To have the freedom of nothing.
Don't you think?
nothing
You know,
yeah.
I mean, I want everyone's opinion here. Don't you think a band is better if the front man, front lady, front girl doesn't have an instrument? Is just concentrating on that.
Yeah, but
I think the live show is always fucking killer.
No, I
when
think
you
when
have
it,
that.
like
You gotta see us
especially
live.
if a woman has a bass like that, that's skill. Because I play bass, I can't sing.
You're gonna
and
tell
play
me.
bass.
Tell me why you say that, and
Susie
don't
Quattro.
be afraid to say it. Don't be
No,
afraid to be
she-
sexist.
To,
say it.
to a woman
I
playing
know
bass like
because
that.
you've said it before
What'd
on
I say?
shows.
Because these are what our live shows look like.
Yeah, see, that's rad.
But she said before that is an awesome fucking picture.
That's rad. What did I say before?
A woman playing bass is sexy.
It is. It's wholly sexy.
Thank you.
Especially if
Hang
you
on
can
a minute.
sing, and then you
So-
can sing on top
so-
of that. Come on.
So if it one moment we want to get away from people thinking we're sexy, and
There's a line. There's a fine line.
I'm just asking. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm-
but you like our music, so
I love your music.
yeah.
So don't do
Sexy's
you?
a plus.
don't- But I love a band with a woman singer where the woman singer is the singer and not playing an instrument. Well, that's bullshit. Hang on, let me retract. Any band, man or woman, if it's a 3-piece, it should be a 4, because a singer can give more without having to worry about an instrument.
yeah,
See,
I think. I think what might be happening with girls is with the Pretenders and with like Joan Jett and stuff is that girls might be hiding behind the instrument because they don't want to be up front
Maybe.
or naked. You know what I mean? Because it is
that
kind of
takes
different.
a lot to be up front and just seen.
It took a while for me to take that piece of wood off, and I was. I
And
always
for
felt-
girls, it's even
I always
more.
felt like I was hiding behind it.
The reason I like playing bass too much. I mean, that's where
Yeah.
I started before really singing. So, and I focus a lot more on my bass playing than my singing. So, if I had to choose, I would rather be just a bass player.
Really?
That's what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most comfortable with. I'd rather be an amazing bass player than an amazing singer.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that
That is interesting when you're a singer and you're that good a singer. That you could possibly go, I'll step back and just play bass.
It's hard doing both, though, right?
It
It's
is
hard
and it's
singing
not,
and playing
because you know
bass.
what? If you're big enough in life to tell everyone, fuck you, I'm going to do what I enjoy, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
That is one of the hardest things to do, though. To actually go, I'm not going to hide behind this anymore. I'm going to put it down and be naked.
Yeah. It isn't. I mean, I'm small time in my band, but I should be a front man. I shouldn't be a bass player.
You have
That's
the
what
energy of a
that's what
front
I
man.
said.
And,
I think you'd be a great
That she's great
frontman.
as a front
Oh,
man.
I am.
That's what I said.
Oh, I am. And when I
He
step,
starts a pit with like.
Do you know
one
how
leg.
long? Do you know how long it took me to put the bass down? It took 20 years to get rid of it.
yeah. And I mean, I sing
And
3
I
or
don't
4
regret.
songs.
I don't regret a minute of it. I'm
Nah.
so glad I did
That's definitely my least
'Cause
favorite
I-
part of drumming.
because I don't have to carry an amp around.
Drummers are probably they get even less fucking. No, I don't know. The bass player's always the one who gets fucked over, right? Drummers are right there with them though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to move. I don't get to interact near as much. with
Then
everybody. Like,
don't fucking drum. Go and be a guitarist. You
I
don't know how
like
to play guitar.
Drumming's
do
so
you?
fun though.
So there you go. I mean,
I love-
everything in life, whether it's a job, whether it's a position on a sports team, or whether it's in a band,
Yeah.
everything is a team thing. And if you're a good fucking drummer, you know the women love fucking drummers. Why the fuck is that?
Yeah, I have a good friend. She has a shirt that
Muscles.
says, "I'd rather be with the drummer." Right? Yeah.
Muscles.
We all
Her
know who
husband
that
doesn't like
friend
when she
is.
wears that
Who?
shirt though.
Becky.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know Becky has a shirt. Her shirt says, "I'd rather be with the drummer." She loves drummers. Becky loves drummers. Right, Becky? I know she's listening. Yes, she's nodding her head. Yes, I do. Yeah, she loves drummers.
Oh, well, no wonder she ain't got a fucking good man in life. Fucking drummers are fucking drummers.
It's all about the guitars.
I think I really like playing drums in the studio. Like, I prefer playing drums in the studio more than anything else, but like...
Why? Because you do all your lessons and all your...
Yeah. Well, yeah, I get to be creative in that process.
And if you get it wrong, there's no one watching.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious when I say that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, to me, getting out there playing live, there's nothing like it. You fuck up, you carry on. You just carry on.
Yeah. Drums take a lot, especially put on a good show. It's like I mean, it's intensive for everybody, but drums, like, there's no moment where I get to stand there for a second, catch my breath. Like, the song has to keep fucking going. I got to keep plowing through and hitting the drums really hard and playing really fast. Or the
you don't have to hit them hard. No, that's not. You don't. No.
You just think you
have to hit them right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, for us, like, our sound, the way I get my drum sound is by hitting it hard for us. You know, if I've played with
fucking
bands.
with you. Don't ever take me seriously.
What?
Don't
Donkey
take me
jackets,
seriously.
yeah, be careful with Dutchie. I believe him too many times. That's not good.
I don't know. I can play soft and I do, but not with us.
So, Brutalist album's coming out.
Yes, July.
Cleopatra
Records.
Cleopatra Records. That's what.
Yes.
Embarking on a tour with that?
We've got plenty of like local shows.
Right.
As I said, we're playing the 4th at the Free Clubs in April, and the Dollhouse on the 27th of May with you guys. Yeah,
That's gonna be rad.
And then we do have shows in England in October. We're going over in October to play a band called the
Really?
Yeah,
That's
we're going to
cool.
play with a band called the Dirty Strangers in England, and that's as far as I've got right now.
Talking about going to England.
Yeah.
When you was in when you were at the peak of the Choir Boys, what country in the world was most into the band? And double question, what was the best place you went where you go, fucking hell, this place is just treating us like superstars?
Yeah, we did really well in Europe, obviously. Like, you got the Germany and Scandinavia stuff was always pretty good. Japan was kind of a little off the hook sometimes because they kind of get a little...
I hear Japan, like,
Yeah.
everybody wants to play Japan because the fans are just psychotic, right?
Yeah, I went there 5 times. It was actually pretty good.
With that band?
The Choir Boys, yeah.
Yeah?
But the
5 times?
Are the
Yeah.
fans really that psychotic and nuts?
Yeah, what they would do was they would book. What they would do is because the hotels would have security at the front because the fans. So what the girls would do would the girls. I'm sorry.
It is, but it's like Beatles girls, right? It's like
Yeah,
it's
the
like
pe-
equal to that, yeah.
They would book themselves in the hotel, so they had the free reign of the hotel. So you would,
So they can stalk you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we did really well in Canada too. So Canada was always big. We never did really well in America.
Did you do South America? I heard Brazil's
No,
like that.
never went to
Brazil's like Japan, I've heard.
Never went to South America. No, I did all over Europe, Japan, and Canada, and that kind of stuff.
So the fans in Japan really are like that.
Yep.
Is it kind of scary
Yep.
at points?
Yep.
Psychotic little
Yep.
girls, Japanese girls. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, but I didn't know if it was real or not. Yeah.
Scary and exciting.
Yep.
Did you bone a few out there?
Not saying.
They'll take you.
Let me ask that. Let me rephrase that question. Did you bone a few out there?
Nope.
Like he said, he has to be professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No
fuck
womanizing.
off.
No
He
womanizing in Japan.
had
He's
to
gotta
be professional.
I was
He doesn't
young.
have to be
I was
professional
young.
anymore.
I was young. Come on. I was 24.
All right.
Oh, God,
Let me
that's
rephrase
young.
the question. Did you bone more or less than 20?
Oh, stop it.
I wish I was in that position as a 24-year-old. I'd have fucked the band over. Because, and I'm not,
You've been a
I'm not
whore.
talking about sex. No, I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about drinking and being a rock
Oh,
star.
I could do that.
Right? I'm talking. That's what would have got me in trouble. Not going after women. I'd have been too fucked up to go after any
You'd have
women.
been passed out in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was
Losing your phone and CDs.
I was a professional drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what would have got me.
It's taken me a lot of years to like come down from that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, well, you know what? It fucked up my soccer career drinking.
I'm sure it would. You're not going to run very fast with a hangover, are you?
It's amazing sometimes how fast you do run with the hangover. It's just the
I want to get this over with.
yeah. No, and jokingly, that was my passion at the time was music and And the two things coincided at the same time. When I played my first professional game, I was a punk. And I got on the team bus to go to a game, and I got big-time professionals all screaming Sex Pistols songs at me and calling me Sid. And I've got the manager of the team telling me you have to take the rings out your ears and your nose and the chains. You're a professional soccer player.
Yeah. That's why I had my first hangover. I had to ref the next morning.
Yeah,
for soccer. It was a bunch of 12-year-old screaming kids. It was awesome.
Rough, innit?
But going back to what you said though, the things that fuck up your life that you wish you could change.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Well, you're young and you wish you could change stuff, but it's the way. You know what? It's the way it is.
She's like, I'm young. I'm 22. What am I going to do?
It's the way it is, and that's all part of the learning curve.
Do you have any bad shit you do?
No.
No.
She's too young to have any bad shit.
No, she's not. Fuck off. She's the perfect age to be fucking up everything.
I was fucking up everything. When I was
right?
that
You're
age,
22.
So.
I'll just keep my mouth shut.
You don't get drunk.
Yeah.
How
I do.
often?
That's about it.
She didn't drink when she played the doll hat. She's not drinking now.
Lately, maybe like 4 times a week.
Oh, that's pretty damn good.
Not super drunk.
Just
like,
a little bit buzzed.
But now I'm trying to like.
You
okay,
do
I can't
drugs?
do that. No.
What drugs do you do?
I don't do any.
You're
drugs.
in a rock band. Come on, what
I
drugs?
don't do any
Be
drugs.
honest.
I don't do any drugs.
The rest of the band.
She can't handle them.
Asthma. I can't smoke anything.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
When
yeah.
she said I have asthma,
I can't-
I'm like,
I
where do you
can't
get
even,
that from? I need some asthma if you can get it. I thought it was a drug.
I can't even like be around people that like smoke cigarettes. Like
No?
like outside, like talking after my shows. I'm like holding my breath. I'm like, okay, like trying to
Probably a
like
good
just
thing.
be able to breathe.
So you're in a great fucking position to go and be a rock star. Don't fuck up like he did and I did.
Okay.
Thanks,
Yeah,
mate.
we're pretty clean
Jesus
kids.
Christ, I thought I was doing good.
One minute he's like,
Jesus, it's going great, and he just told me I'm a fuck up.
Well, it's not yeah, I guess I did say
You
that.
did say that, yeah.
Thanks,
That's
mate.
not what I meant.
Jesus, I'm going home.
No, I think it's great. I think
I got you. Don't worry
Nigel
about it.
has so many things that he can. I mean, the bands that I work with, I wish they would listen to everything you're saying. It's perfect.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be that kind of guy, but you know.
but that's you are.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, there's people that have been on our show 3 or 4 times. You're coming back, right?
I'd love to. Yeah, thank you.
And it's going to be a storytelling. It's going to be a Jack and Ori.
Yeah, I'll plan it out a bit better. I'll write it out so I can.
No,
yeah.
don't write it
No,
out.
don't
No, write
fucking
nothing
write
down.
it
We never write anything out, me and Dutchie.
Once upon a time.
Yeah.
Did she play all your music yet?
I
Or do you have
Yeah.
another song? You
I
did.
played them all.
We don't have any more songs.
Live? Do you have anything acoustic? A few minutes.
I mean, really, we could just do medication. I don't know how they'll.
Play a song. Come on.
Or cover or
Play
whatever,
it.
yeah.
Play a punk song.
Come on.
Medication's not acoustic one.
No, it's
No,
not.
no, that won't work.
Medication's
You
too
got to
heavy.
play something. You got to something.
Yeah, you want to do Astro Zombies?
Yeah, I know you don't do
that's
only 4 tracks. When you
Yeah,
play
there you
live.
go. Come on. Pull it together. You're on the spot. Make it happen.
Yep.
Right here, right?
Category.com, Beautiful Disaster, Dutchie, the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Nigel Mogg, and
Yes.
Streetlinks Live in Studio.
Are you ready?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa, all I want to know, all I want, with just a touch of my burning hand, gonna do rape the land. From directive exterminate the whole human race, and your face drops in a pile of flesh, and then your heart pounds till it pumps and dead. From directive exterminate whatever stands left. All I wanna say, and all I gotta do. Who'd I do this, or me or you? All I wanna say, and all I gotta do. Who'd I do this, or me or you? Whoa, all I want to know, all I want, with just a touch of my burning hand, I'm gonna live my life to destroy your world. Prime directive, exterminate the whole fucking race, and your place drops in a pile of flesh, and then your heart pounds till it pumps and dead. Prime directive, exterminate the whole fucking place. Well, all I wanna say, and all I gotta do. Who'd I do this, or me or you? And all I wanna say, and all I gotta do, would I do this or me or you? Whoa, all I want to know, all I want to know, all I want to know. Whoa, all I want. Something like that.
That's
That was
fucking
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
That is fucking great.
Yeah, love it.
Man, you know what? We have a lot of bands in common. They do their acoustic stuff in it. It's amazing the energy you create.
We never play acoustically either. So.
No, every band says the same.
And they did a lot of
And how do you feel when you play acoustically like that?
It's fun. It gives you sort of a different kind of feeling than when you
You
play
get a
live
rush?
and it's all loud.
It's
No,
challenging.
no.
No.
And the drummer's a pussy. I mean, I offered him the little Kahuna. Yeah. Oh no, that's
Man,
fucking
I was in like a little pop rock
You're
group
a
when I was
pussy!
like 14 for 2 years, and that's all I did. We had a bunch of electric stuff that we played, but we never played it out because I couldn't get the guys to commit to a show, and all I did was play cajon like every week, and I was like, oh man,
You're
I hate
over
this
the
thing.
cajon.
Yeah.
You get back to it because the only reason I say it is because they deserve that little drum beat, even if you've been bastardized as a kid
Yeah, I mean,
and abused as a choir boy. You know, get over
easy
it.
too.
Oh, he said he was a choir boy, and if you're a choir boy in Southern California, you've had it
Yeah.
few
Most
things.
likely, yes.
Come and sit on my
yeah.
lap.
Oh, yeah. Let's see what pops up, right?
Oh, cat
Come sit in my
Monroe.
lap. Sit there, here, it pops up.
So you know what? We had a 2-hour show. It turned into a 3-hour show.
Yeah, it did. We rarely ever have
Yeah,
3-hour
I'm-
shows, so
Fucking never.
never.
And that is because we've had the most amazing guests on today.
Yes, we did.
Simple. I want to thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
I'm glad,
Pleasure.
yeah, they're all last minute, too. They'll drop what they did just to come in here.
Don't say that.
With
on
you,
the air.
Dutchie, yes. Uh-huh.
That's because of you.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't really matter why they're here. The fact that they came here is the biggest compliment to you. I appreciate you coming. I don't say this every show. Actually, no, I do, but I don't mean it every show. Come back. I say it every show, but I don't fucking mean it. There's bands that come in here, and when they leave, I go, fucking hell, cat.
Sometimes, yes, he
fucking
does. Yeah,
bro,
he does.
seriously.
He does.
Like, fucking hell. Where did you get them from? Oh, they were last minute. I'm like, well, fuck that. Next time we just put a replay on.
Oh my god. Do you guys sit like when people invite you to like their page on Facebook? Do you ever go and actually listen to all the bands?
Never. Me
between-
personally, never.
Right.
I do,
You know?
because I do the show and because I do
Right.
booking and I have the Thursday show. Sometimes I do, and it's a lot of work. And there's so much bad
have to filter
music.
through
There's
so
so
much
much
shit,
bad
yeah.
music. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's probably about 80% bad music to the 20% good music that I have. I mean, I sit there. I have my 12-year-olds like, Mom, no. Mom, no. Mom, no. I mean, he helps me. It's
Yeah,
bad.
you
Some of
get
it's bad.
5
yeah.
seconds in, you know, like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
Yeah.
never listen to these guys
Yep.
again.
Yeah, exactly. And some of them are good, and some
I
of
have
them are great.
CDs like, oh my God, you don't even know how many CDs. And I use half of them are coasters, half, some of them are good.
That's where you get the old curbside record.
Exactly. Yep.
But I gotta say today, I had no idea that you were coming in
Oh,
because
thank you.
I don't read. She does the booking, and I don't read
And I
it.
send him emails. He doesn't
Right?
read it.
So
yeah.
when you came in, and me and you were talking out in the lobby, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm sure I spoke to someone at Chaotic, and yeah, I was in the original choir boys." I'm like, "Oh, get the fuck out!" You know, and it fucking excited the fuck out of me that you were in the studio.
Well, thank you very
You
much.
know?
I mean,
That's why I'm glad you don't read.
Your conversation was even better than I could have expected, but I know that we've been really polite with the stories because I know you've got stories that could kill. You told me that. already.
listen to the stories. Yeah.
yeah, I can come back again and tell you some more.
Oh, you better. You
Yeah,
fucking better.
I would
We
like
got
to.
the green room. We can have
you
stories. in the
could
green room.
either come back here or you could be on Jonesy's jukebox and he go,
No.
well, the
no.
thing is, I know you was in the choir boys, but did you ever go
I
to
do know
Europe?
him too. As well.
I fucking love him and I hate him. I love him because he was in the Pistols and 80s show. He's the most boring fucking. Oh,
Yeah.
He has some
I
good
always
stuff
think that
to
when
say
it comes on.
sometimes.
I'm like, how
so.
is he in the Sex Pistols?
He was the original guitarist.
Yeah, yeah, and
Oh,
I'm like,
fucking
how-
right.
He used all his energy
Oh,
back
hang on,
then.
come
He has
on.
no energy
Come on,
left.
we're 40-something years later now.
Yeah,
give
he
it
has
up.
no energy
Give
left.
us old bastards a break.
But you're so energetic.
Exactly, there's the difference.
Until
He has no
another
excuse.
10 minutes, he'll be in bed snoring.
I didn't do drugs, and
His
he did.
Instagram's a riot.
He was a
though.
lot skinnier
True.
back then.
Yep.
I was a lot fatter back then.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's the
Dutchie's
difference
done no
right there.
drugs ever.
Anyway, I'd love to come back.
Do it.
We'll have you back.
What we're going to do is we're going to have you on a single show and you guys on a single show, but
That'd be
you
great.
you are not invited back until you release an album.
Okay.
Yeah, you got work to
Well.
do. Come on.
Go
Figure it
out there and do it.
Yeah, come figure it out. Come
How
on.
many songs?
An album is what?
Like 12 songs, 11 songs.
Yeah, I'm going to say a minimum of 10.
No,
So don't
The
try and
bands
bullshit
these days,
me.
I'm getting CDs from bands with like 20, 30 songs
Oh,
on them. Yeah.
damn.
No, I'm not going
They
to
don't
do
just pick
that.
their
to you.
favorite
Are they good? Are
Yes,
they all
be
good?
fun.
yes, I have some bands, some that every single song is good. Where I'm like, wow, yeah.
Don't give him 20 songs. This motherfucker will have 3 kids by then.
No way.
So
No way.
No, he has cats, right? Those are
Yeah,
dogs.
2 cats. That's
okay.
enough.
keep stroking those cats.
Ah, my God. Meow.
She doesn't
So,
want to. I don't want to.
so
We're good.
you tell me, instead of me doing it, what song are we going to play out with? I've got an album of yours, but you don't know what they are.
Oh,
so
mine? Me?
Yeah, this one.
Go with track. I don't know. I'm gonna go 5.
this is
What
a-
is track 5? You don't know.
He has no fucking
No clue.
Chaoticradio.com. You've been listening to Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, on a beautiful disaster with Nigel Mogg of the Brutalist and
Thank you.
Choir Boys and Street Links. And it's been an awesome show. Really, really awesome, guys. Thank you all for
and
coming.
again, the best thing about doing shows like this, Cat, is, well, for me especially, I have no clues walking through the door. Right? And people, you may think this is not true. She sets up the guests on the show. She sends me the fucking picture. I put it up on my page.
Don't even look at it.
I don't look at it.
Nope.
And I do it deliberately. I seriously do it deliberately.
Yeah, you want to be on spur of the moment. You wanna be
Yeah.
on
It works
Right?
that way, though.
If I'd have known you were coming in, I'd have played that fucking album all over. I'd have researched you.
Yeah, it's boring,
Right.
though, isn't it?
And I don't know if it's boring, but it's
Too contrived.
Not as organic, you just don't get the same feel from it.
It's not Chaotic Radio.
You
Chaotic
gotta-
Radio is
you
raw
gotta-
and live
you gotta-
now.
You gotta wing
know?
it. You
That's
gotta
what we
wing
do.
it sometimes. You know what I mean?
And with
Wing it.
Dutchie and I, with our show, that's what we've always done, right, Dutchie?
always done that.
Always, yeah.
I mean, I've had bands in here. And I go,
Wing it. Wing it.
the music's not playing, Cat. Play a song.
I don't. Oh my
Computer's
goodness. Okay,
frozen.
let's see. And my computer's not even on. Turn it off.
See, that's how bad we are.
I love it.
Chaoticradio.com. Beautiful
love
disaster.
If I could play a song, I would.
Look, it's not working. Mine's not. Mine's done. Mine's off.
Look at this. So professional. all
Yeah,
frozen
that's
up.
why it's Chaotic
great.
Radio. Yep.
I love it. Chaotic
Two
radio.
computers frozen
Hey,
up.
so anyway, the Brutalist album out July on Cleopatra Records.
and on May, was it May?
I'm playing May
27th.
4th. Brutalist playing April 4th
Yes.
for Freer Clubs, playing May 27th for the Doll Hut in
With
Anaheim.
Street
Thank
Links.
you. We have Street Links.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I really want to see you guys together on the same stage. That's
That'd
going to
be
be
cool.
really cool. Yeah.
I want
I'm really
you to
glad
see
it worked
us.
out.
Oh,
this
we're
way.
I want you to
changing-
see us with a crowd.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
But
changing
you
the mic.
know what? You guys bring it either way. So,
Yeah.
You want me to fill in some more?
Waiting for it. Trying to get a song up here. Let's see.
So anyway,
Ah.
so there I was.
Yes. Tell a story. Tell a story, Nigel.
So there I was,
It's story time.
So
I walked into...
You said you have good stories.
Yeah, but
Start telling us the best one while I pull up some music. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
Berlin.
Berlin, I went to Berlin once. It was great.
What about
Reverend.
Japan?
Japan was great. Went to Checkpoint Charlie in Berlin, which is almost awesome because it was the major crossing point from West Germany to East Germany, and you could travel through it. And so we had this promoter who, to save money in 1986, which was when the Berlin Wall was coming down, would put us in the hotels in East Berlin, which was in the communist part of town. So we had to travel through Checkpoint Charlie, have our passports stamped to go stay in the cheaper hotels because the promoter was being a cheapskate, you know what I mean? So we had to go get on this bus, sit there, have these guards come on with their AK-47s, stamp our passports, so we could go and sleep in East Germany. Next day we come back, go for Checkpoint Charlie again, stamp our passports, go to play the gig in West Germany. It was great. I got the probably guy saved $100, you know what I mean?
Has Street Links done any tours?
No. Not yet.
You want to?
Yeah, of course. Want to travel.
Do you have anything planned at all?
Not right now. Not as of right now.
Now's the planning time.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for them, Nigel, for planning good tours?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, never mind. You've been listening to chaoticradio.com. Beautiful disaster, and it's been a fantastic show. Thank you to Street Links and Nigel and Dutchy, the legendary punk DJ.
Yeah.
For being here today. And don't forget to listen in Thursday with Look What Cat Dragged In. I will have Sal from Sal's Photos in with me. And let's see, Friday is 78 RPM. And what is Brenda's new show, Dutchy?
We're still waiting to get the live show up and running, but and we're recording stuff right now. It'll be out there on the site.
Okay, listening, chaotic, always chaotic, all the time. Meow.
I'll see you at the show, right?